I just hope, you know, this feeling of the day after having won a ball game. You know that feeling you got? Well, I hope that goes on all year long. Because you know what I do? I think about, that's why I say this time of the year is the best time of the year, because I think about that feeling when we don't do so well. And the next day is, losing Mondays are the most, I mean, victory Monday is one thing, but losing Mondays are, I would rather, man, just, never mind. Let's not dwell on that. It's not even time to do that yet. 49ers do continue to shine. And I say that, bam, the Niners versus Vikings preseason game displayed somewhat of a swag out there. Even minus the starters, the 49ers look like they just here to take care of business. And, you know, we like last year we did this and this year, but, you know, we're coming out to make sure we finish the job this year type of attitude. But, of course, not too much should be assumed in a preseason game. I know that. But one thing that is really on display this year is what appears to be a discipline that reflects the coaching staff. I'm trying to think of the last year that I was so impressed with the guys in preseason. Just the way they carry themselves, the way they went about doing what they do. Now, granted, you got a lot of veterans out there that already know the program, and they don't need to look like they're just learning things. So I guess we got to go along with that as well. But the Niners definitely look like a contender should look even at this early stage. So tonight, after spotlighting each position group of the Niners versus Vikings second preseason game, let's go to the phones and make judgments on individual Niners players. If Trey Sermon, if you happen to be watching, listen, I ain't got nothing but love for you, fam. I just want to see if you can kick it into the next gear, okay? I ain't saying nothing else about you tonight. And I apologize about some of the things I said yesterday. I really do. I was out of line. All right, you know, because Trey says, man, y'all need to get up off of me. This is preseason. I understand that. You know, though, who we forgot to mention yesterday, Mrs. Kinlaw's baby boy, Javon. Shout out to 49ers Web Zone Wayne Breezy on spotlighting Jay Kinlaw and heaping those praises on him that he so well deserves. I agreed with every last word. In fact, I brought it to the program tonight because after months of rehab training, Javon seems to have a much different approach for the 2022 season. The player has endured being labeled a bust by the media. And I know what you're thinking. I ain't say nothing. I ain't gonna say no names and a whole lot of fans. What did Javon do and what is he doing currently even as we speak? Kinlaw let that hate motivate him to a better ball player. You can tell already. Yesterday versus Vikings, JK finished the game with a sack. And his version of a celebration dance that has been identified as a gritty dance. Is that what that's called? When they, I guess I didn't know it had a name. A gritty dance. Okay, Javon did it. He looked a little strange, but it was cool. The Niners have limited JK in practice and the preseason. He's looking like a different player, fam, on the field, and he's playing like one as well. So my sentiments exactly. Breezy, man, that was spot on. That was a good idea. You can, if you were on the list of another particular writer, you know you're off of it now. JK is not. JK is not famous for getting sacks. He only had 10 career sacks in South Carolina. What JK is known for is stuff in the run, and we all saw that firsthand after his injury in 2021, that he was indeed a key piece missing on the interior of the Niners' defensive line as people started to run against us. And at that time, it's really funny because when I saw it, I said, man, they're running on us kind of easy. I didn't really notice that it was all of a sudden they were running kind of easy because they weren't always running on us that easy last year until all of a sudden. You know, I started blaming Fred, the linebackers, and everybody else, which is way stupid because the linebackers aren't the first line of defense against the run. These days, though, JK is having fun and practicing during the games, and that attitude is looking like it has prompted Javon Kinlaw that 31 other teams in the NFL need to brace themselves for. Listen, fam, people have already said, man, don't start comparing Javon Kinlaw to DeForest Buckner. They're on two different levels, man. They're not even in the same park. Stop it. I've never argued about that. but I have always wondered just how good Javon Kinlaw may be now that he's not hurt. Well, we're going to find out. Because it all makes nothing but sense, fam. When a player can focus on the game and nothing else, it's a mental relief. He doesn't have to worry about ow, 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 ow on every play. Now he can just go crazy. Kinlaw said after Saturday's game, quote, "Even in practice, I'm back to having fun. I don't have to worry." Why did he say that? He wasn't enjoying practice? Allen Iverson Jr. He says, he goes on to say, I don't have to worry about being in pain. You don't have to worry about nothing than just playing football, unquote. Makes nothing but sense to me. I'm looking for Javon Kinlaw Unleashed 2022. They may even make a movie about it. Bam, let's make some predictions this evening. Will Kinlaw surpass his total season sack record of 1.5 in 2020? I'll vote right now, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. He's already got one, and you think he's not going to get not one more the rest of the season? I'm counting the preseason sack. There were still people out there trying to stop him. Yeah, I'm counting. And if he gets over 5 or 6, I'm not going to count this. I'm just saying, in preseason, he was getting started. But I want Javon Kinlaw to pick up 5 to 6 sacks this year. The way he came busted through that line yesterday, the quarterback had no idea what was coming until it was too late. Those are the kind of things you say about certain kind of ball players, but not all. And Javon, that quarterback looked, Mon ain't nobody who's slow either. Mon looked up and, oh, shit. Bam. It was all over. Could Kinlaw possibly have a double-digit sacks this season? I ain't going to go that far. I'll give him 9 at the most. I hope. Because that means if Kinlaw gets 9, that means the 49ers defense will be ranked number 1. We'll be so far out ahead of the pack in the NFC West, it'll be ridiculous, and we will indeed be considered a Super Bowl favorite. That's all it takes, that one big contribution to a defensive line that's already stout. Oh, it makes me crazy to think about it. Meanwhile, the bad news. That's why I gave the good news first. McKivitz was one of 32 players the 49ers held out on Saturday's preseason game versus the Vikings. That is just how important McKivitz has become. And you probably already know about this. But Coach Shanahan on Sunday explained the decision, saying, quote, because of how much work he got during the week, and right now he's our starting right tackle. It gets worse. He goes on to say, I plan on him starting this game on Thursday, unquote. Now, here's some of the reasoning why. The Niners play their final preseason game of the summer on this upcoming Thursday night. Thursday night! Yes! Then we don't get that for 17 days, but I don't care. Give me this game right now. We'll play against the Texans. But this announcement is in connection with the bad news of McGlinchey felt irritation in his knee after just 9 snaps in preseason game number 1 against the Green Bay Packers. And I know you're saying, McGlinchey ain't all that. Yeah, well, I don't care. He's been starting for a while now, and we run behind McGlinchey, who's one of the best road graders in the game, very well. So I need him. Mike McGlinchey had a platelet-rich plasma injection already, like he's done every year, and he is projected to return from last season's ending quadriceps surgery and everything else, not until November. Okay. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Anyway, let's get right into it. Over 30 members of the Niners roster sat out of yesterday's game over the Vikings after 2 extensive joint practices earlier in the week over in Eagan, Minnesota, as you know. And this was good. This gave younger players an opportunity to get valuable in-game reps and show why they could be worthy enough for a spot on the 53-man roster of one of the most decorated, one of the most prestigious units in NFL history. At times, the lack of experience so by the players on the field was evident, while in other aspects of the game there was no break in the flow of action. We saw some flags at the beginning that were kind of irritating because our tolerance for that kind of thing now has grown really slim because 49ers have done really well of the last couple of years for sure of avoiding having 3 weeks of laundry out on the field all day. So, let's compare our own thoughts versus that of NBC Sports Bay Area Jennifer Lee Chan. as far as her gradings went. Rushing offense, it is important to note that during the preseason, Kyle Shanahan does not, I repeat, does not game plan for opposing defenses like he does during the regular season. Also, a lack of the coach's offensive scheming, along with members of the starting offensive line watching from the sidelines, all affected the club's rushing efficiency. Again, Trey Sermon, I apologize. That is true. I believe Rowan Chakravarthy also pointed out some things about the blocking that was also questionable and suspect. So with that said, I extend my apology again. But, I just want to say one thing, though. I saw the other guys, the other running backs out there behind those same – okay, I'm not going to elaborate on that. Anyway, the Niners' ground game has been slow to start in their two preseason contests. As you know, in the first half of Saturday night's contest, the offense only netted 24 yards on 9 carries, and the longest run was 8 yards. And that was not by a running back. It was by Brock Purdy trying to get out of the way of being hit by several trucks. The ground game in the second half was much more productive as rookies Ty Davis, TDP, and Jordan Mason got into a nice flow. Davis Price finished the night with 10 carries for 41 yards. Do the math. That boy was getting yards on every run, while Mason racked up 57 yards on 9 runs. Listen, here's the thing. TDP last week with Jermichael Hasty. Boom, boom. This week, Jordan Mason just said, give me the ball. Just give me the damn ball. And he balled with it. But they get a C+ for the overall achievement in that whole time game. Passing offense, both Nick Sutphill and Brock Purdy had solid games while they switched out approximately every 2 series. Again, with the starting offensive line mostly on the sidelines, we got to keep aware of that fact. The time allowed for each to stay in the pocket after the ball was snapped was at times severely abbreviated. Sutphill completed 13 of his 17 attempts for 102 yards, and that deserves a round of applause, actually. For 102 yards and threw a 2-yard touchdown pass to Jermichael Hasty at the beginning of the fourth quarter. Purdy closed out his. Purdy's becoming the people's choice. You know that, don't you? There's no point in trying to be cool on this because Brock Purdy's just fun to watch. He closed out his second NFL preseason game, connected on 14 of 23. I realize that's not real good, but he looked good doing it. He got 128 yards and a 76-point rating, but 13 different players caught passes from our 2 quarterbacks, and each might have had better stats if it. Hey, catch the ball. I understand nerves and everything, but this is your chance to make it to the big time. Don't be dropping the ball. If the ball hits you in the hands, for God's sakes, squeeze that thing. So, without those drops by receivers and more time in the pocket, these guys, generally, I agree, give them a B. Now, they're under a handicap of guys dropping the ball. The offensive line was poor. The Vikings defense ain't that bad. Rushing defense, many of the defensive line starters sat out of the game entirely, but the depth in the group, that pretty much showed yesterday. Last night, should I say, as they limited the Vikings to 59 total yards. Yeah, that's it, 59 total yards on the ground over 14 total carries. The 49ers defense consistently got to the running backs before they made it to the second level. So, again, if the 49ers are going to be fine as far as the pass protection. If they can stop the run, look the hell out. And there's that name, Oren Burks led the team with 7 total tackles. 5 of those were solo. This unit gets an A, and I agree. Passing defense, the depth of the 49ers defense was also evident in their pass rush and coverage, holding the Vikings to 147 yards receiving. Kellen Mond completed only 10 of his 20 attempts. 50% day? I'll take that every day, all day. He was consistently under pressure and sacked once by you-know-who. Mond also threw 2 INTs and Niners safeties and was reportedly delighted when the Niners boarded the plane back to Cali. Bye, Niners. Stay the hell up out of here. George Odom snagged 1 pick while Taylor Hawkins grabbed the other. Javon Kinlaw had the only sack of the night, getting past the Vikings' O-line and taking Mond to the dirt. That always concerns me. I do want to see them. Let's see what happens going forward. It's like we said, there's no scheming out there. There's no game plan. But Sean Mannion completed 10 of his 15 attempts for 65 yards. That was too many. And while he was not sacked, He was routinely under pressure, though, by the 49ers D. And the rookie edge rusher, the child of great expectation, Drake Jackson. Oh, he had a standout performance. Now, DJ was helping close the pocket on whichever Vikings quarterback was on the field. He did not care. Mr. Jackson's wild child didn't register a quarterback sack, but he did swat down the pass while getting pressure. Give him an A-. Yeah, give him an A-. Look who wasn't playing. And they still maintain the 49ers standard for getting after that quarterback. I ain't mad at him. Let's go to special teams. Good news for Brian Culp. Brian Culp pays attention to that unit more than any one of us. I forget about them often, dude, but Brian Culp brings them up all the time, and he knows each and every player on the team. He knows their stats. He knows what they're all about and everything else. But Brian, it was a much better night for the Niners special teams unit than their preseason opener was. Robbie Gold, everybody's favorite kicker, was a perfect 3 for 3, hitting field goals. Here's the thing. What I like about Robbie, he's not weak. This is usually Robbie's range of his kill zone is between 46 and 40. He got a 46 to 49 yarder in there. And one of them looked like it could have kept going a little while longer. And it went up for 28 yards. That's a gimme. He's going to get that. Mitch Wisnowski punted the ball 4 times for a net average of 46.8 yards per punt, with 2 landing inside the 20-yard line. So apparently some of the criticisms he's been getting has made him do something about his game. Maybe Mitch came in a little relaxed and cool last year, because Mitch Wisnowski had several times when he made a lot of us think, Mitch, what are you doing? This year already, Mitch said, "Yo, you're gonna stop talking about me, mate." Veteran wide receiver Willie Snead handled punt returns, running the ball back an average of 7.7 yards per return. Fam, if you don't like Willie Snead, like some of us were saying the other day, what was the point? Willie Snead may make the team just for that reason. I'm not sure how many wide receivers we're keeping. When they do this kind of thing, I don't know, because there's no special teams collection. Special teams is made up of members from every room. Receiver Marcus Johnson handled a lone kickoff return of the night, taking that ball back for 38 yards. There's another wide receiver. We got plenty of receivers who can do that, right? But if he does another 38-yard carry Thursday night, anyway, he ran that ball back 38 yards before being brought down. Give special teams a B+. And let's go to the coaching staff. Shanahan's decision to keep most of his starters on the bench was a good one for health of the roster, if nothing else. The process he used for rotation of his quarterbacks might not have been able to help the guys get into a flow, but never mind that. The team's injury sustained in accordance to the team's history, that has to be considered good. Because normally we have a guy go seriously down. He's immediately put on the PUP list after each and every game, whether it's preseason or not. So I'm not mad at that. Only playing for 2 series at a time, though, probably affected the efficiency of both quarterbacks, prohibiting either to get into a flow of the game. Coach Shanahan, however, explained that he wanted each quarterback to get a fair chance with who was in. So get A-, Coach. Yeah, give me A-, because nobody got hurt. Nothing serious out there. Well, we had a couple injuries, but I think they'll be back soon. So yeah, fam, let me put on these ears and let's get busy, man. I want to know what you give Javon Kinsaw. Give Law some love if you want to. Tell me what you think you get. Give me a projection on how many sacks you think he's going to get this year. George Odom's out there picking the ball off. Does Odom look solid? Because there's been some conversation about Talanoa Hufanga. I'm not involved in it, but I've seen it. I like Hufanga. I've got nothing but good things to say about him. But George Odom has to be noticed. The man has never missed a sack or a tackle before has to have some kind of credit. Clarence, get in here.
Ronbo.
Clarence.
How you doing, sir?
Doing awesome, man. Doing awesome. We got footballs all around us now, all over us now. We ushered in kind of quietly here, but we had a game yesterday. We did fine. We got a game coming up Thursday night, which is exciting to look forward to, and then watch everybody else for 17 days. That's 2 weeks of football we get to watch that we can't be involved in, but so what? We'll be fine looking at who's going to get cut and that kind of thing. That's a story for another day. Clarence, let me shut it. Okay. Yeah, Clarence, give me some feedback on some of the grades now that we've settled down and looked at things a little more closely from yesterday.
Okay, so my concern is Trey Sermon going to make the 53.
I didn't say anything, Trey. That's Clarence. Clarence, you know what? Okay, name the reason why he won't, because this is the conversation right now that's going on all over the place. You look at the other running backs. Who would you sacrifice? And I call it a sacrifice because Trey Sermon's not outplaying these other people. Who would leave in order for Trey to stay?
The only person that you would think of is Mason. That's the only other guy, Jordan Mason. But he's been killing it. Granted, he's been killing it behind 2s and 3s, but he's been killing it. It's not like he's just moseying his way along. He's been trucking guys. It's one of them things that Kyle's like. It's one cut and go, not one cut. Let's dance around kind of guy. Yeah, exactly. It's a one cut and go. That's why TDP got blown up that 4th and 1, because he danced too much in that one deal. But he figured it out. Oh, I can't do that. I just got to go. So
Bobby Turner is. You can tell Bobby Turner's not there to stay on Trey. This is Bobby Turner's pet peeve. You don't hear no music. Get that ass. As soon as you see that hole, put that foot down, and you get to moving. And that's why I want to see Jordan Mason play with the starters this come Thursday night too.
Right, exactly. That's the thing, because like I said, and you will, because they're going to keep Mitchell out. They're going to keep JWJ out as well. Just for precautionary reasons and just to make sure they're all healthy for a season when it comes about, because that's like
17 days from
2
now.
weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2+ weeks. So And then the other thing
I hope to God he does, Clarence. Let Jordan Mason start. And if you're going to run TDP this well, I want to see if they're a tandem. Because Elijah Mitchell, as far as I'm concerned, if he can't stay healthy, I may put him somewhere where I can keep him fresh until the playoffs.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Keep him on ice.
God.
Keep him on ice, right? Like give him the what do you call it? The
royal treatment. I want to call it.
Injured reserve 8-week treatment. You
know what though? I want him to keep him
as
prepped. Out of the dangerous way.
Keep him fresh, like a secret weapon at the end of the season kind of thing.
But he still needs to polish his game. But he can do that in practice. How do you, Clarence, you walk up to him and say, listen, Elijah, you're the best running back we got, right? Yeah, thanks, Coach. Listen, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to let you play every other week. And hopefully that'll be enough. That means you get 8 games before we get into serious time, and then we'll try to increase that. And I can just see him, what? Listen, I need you to stay healthy. I wonder if you could sell a player on that kind of thing.
If he's for the team, I think he would do it, because he was an undrafted free agent, right? Coming in.
No, we got him late in the draft. I think we got him in the 5th round.
6th round, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's got a couple of years to make some hay, to get fully healthy, and to make sure that he's ready for the quote unquote the stretch run. Because we'll need him for that. Just imagine his speed and power in that stretch run.
Oh.
And then we got TDP.
Yes.
And then we got
Jordan Mason.
Casey.
Got Jeffrey Wilson
you got
Jr.
Mason.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got all those folks there. All the 2 rookies getting up to speed with the scheme. So
I see what you did with that rhyme. I like it.
I like it. I like what you're thinking. And then the other thing, obviously, is who is QB2?
I know, right? Go ahead, jump on it. Who do you think? What do you think?
Paid him $2 million guaranteed, or is it going to be Purdy because he looks better? He looks like he's
more upside,
comfortable in the pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like a better Jimmy G. Let's call it that.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he's shorter, he doesn't have the chin. But
he doesn't eat Subway sandwiches. You can tell either.
But he's got the instinct.
Yeah.
And that's what Kyle likes.
And you
Instinct.
could see him calculating out there. He's going to make off-schedule plays. Yeah. I love the way that look in his eye. And the camera always seems to catch him. He's surveying the field. His feet are still moving. He's looking around. Man, if he was 6'3", he goes in the second round maximum.
Yeah. Here's another question: is Snead going to make the team because he can do the return duties?
Yeah.
That's the kind of iffy because we know Ray that's supposed to be his specialty. So
oh, I forgot about Ray. That is his job. They're putting Snead out there now to take all the punishment. Ray's not getting cut.
Probably. No, Ray's not getting cut. So I think Snead will probably get waived and hopefully
put it back on the practice squad.
They'll see back on the practice squad. But like a lot of people say, if you waive them, don't expect them to come back because you never know what teams are looking for, what teams are watching for.
You got to make that. There's got to be that moment though that he's with us. It's either cut or waived. How do you do that? Well, you cut. I think you cut him that day and bring him back within the hour. Is that the way it works?
Well, no, you cut. So you cut him. If he makes it through waivers, if he passes all 32 teams with nobody picking him up, you can put him back. You can put him back on the practice squad.
Right, there you go, Clarence. Good stuff. I'm going to see you. You know what? We got a game Thursday. I think I'm going to come back here Tuesday and Wednesday too.
So you're going to do Tuesday, not tomorrow, and then obviously
because we're doing Monday Night Raw now.
At your place.
Yeah. Because we're going to be here.
I can't wait for everybody to play.
Right.
When you have the full roster, offense, defense. Who are we playing? Oh, we're playing the Texans. Oh Lord, have mercy on what's his name? What's the kid's name in Texans? Oh,
Davis Mills. You know what? They look pretty good yesterday. I ain't gonna say anything about the Texans yet. Let's see what they look like in preseason. It's all vanilla out there. It's all athletes versus athletes only. All right, Clarence. I'll see you Tuesday.
But now you got Bosa and you got Armstead possibly coming. You got Bosa. Well, Bosa's not going to play. What am I thinking? He's just going to rest the entire preseason and relax.
Yeah. All right, Clarence. I'll see you Tuesday. All right, fam. That's it. And here he is. Without any further ado, it's Papa Dragon. Pop.
Ronbo.
What?
Well,
how you doing tonight?
I wish I was talking to Stone Cold, and I don't.
We all do. I love that dude.
I had a nice cookout today with some old buddies.
Yeah,
and they passed along some NFL scoops to me.
Ooh, yeah. Let's have it.
So again, take this with a grain of salt. I don't have sources. I just have friends in the industry that gossip. So primarily coming through agents, through other agents and things like that. So
I know they got a network conversation going on and on too. Go ahead.
Oh, all the time. So here's the Niner goodies that were talked about. First and foremost, Trey Sermon is playing on a bad wheel. He's got a bad ankle right now.
Oh.
So when Shanahan said it's kind of what I expected, that's part of it. So he's playing on a shaky wheel. He tried to give it a go. Didn't have a good showing. I'm not saying that, he would be a lot better. I'm just saying that he has a bad wheel.
But that sheds the light on some important light on the whole situation, though. I ain't saying nothing else about Trey Sermon. Go ahead.
Okay, so as far as Trey Sermon goes, he's probably either heading for PUP or IR.
Ooh, it's that serious. Damn.
Yeah. Another player that might be heading for PUP or IR is our right tackle, McGlinchey.
Yep.
So he may be headed there as well. Now, he is in his fifth-year option, and the 49ers did execute that. So they have to pay him over $10 million this year. So the other possibility with him could be released with an injury settlement.
Ooh, whoa.
Okay. Next, players that people are talking about that if they get cut, they won't be on the waiver wire for long. First is Brock Purdy. If he gets cut, he will be picked up.
He's done enough already. Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be picked up. One of the reasons is that Kyle Shanahan's offense is supposed to take a long time to learn.
Mm.
The only player that has learned it faster than Nick Mullins is Brock Purdy. He's learned it in about 2 months. Damn. Trey Lance learned it the fastest. Trey Lance learned it in 3 weeks. So when I told you he's a brilliant mind, he is a brilliant mind. Kinlaw. Everything I've said about Kinlaw has been 100% correct. When I said that his knee was bad and that he's going to have a short career and that life wasn't fair, that he's been walking on a bad knee for years, okay, and that Nick Bosa is on his second rebuilt knee. So unsung hero of the offseason are as follows, which leads me back to who's going to get picked up if they're cut. The first unsung hero is Trent Williams. Apparently, he invited offensive linemen down to train with him, and 2 players took him up on that offer, and they are right now the best blockers outside of Trent Williams. That is Poe and that is Burford. Okay,
Ooh, that's
both those guys, okay, are grading out better than the other offensive linemen outside of Trent Williams. If Poe gets cut, he will get picked up
immediately.
He will get picked up, yes, because he is building himself quite the reputation of pancaking people. And in this day and age in NFL, if you're athletic and if you're pancaking people, you will get picked up.
And you weigh over 300 pounds. Damn, I don't care how tall you are. Damn right.
He's still pancaking people regardless, and he's hard to beat one-on-one. So Poe is likely to get picked up if he's cut. I don't think he should get cut, but if he does, he'll be gone. Purdy, same thing. I don't think they should cut Purdy. I think what they should do is that they should actually cut the other guy. And this is why I think they should cut him.
Sudfeld?
Because, they should cut Sudfeld because Sudfeld has a $2 million guarantee.
Yeah.
Okay, which is a lot to pick up for quote unquote, a third or a second, for a third rounder or whatever. So I think that if they picked him up and he cleared waivers, the Niners would still be on the hook for that money. But since he's a California boy, I think that he would probably do an under the table type of situation and come back and stay at the Niners because he's still going to get paid $2 million anyway. That's a weird little. I suggested that today, and people were like, that's interesting. I'm like, yes.
Well, yeah, it's a strategic move on your part, Fem.
Yeah,
Sudfeld goes for a minute. We don't, and he comes back. You put him stash him on the practice squad. Nobody's gonna take Sudfeld. But if you put Purdy on that practice squad, he's gone.
Yep. And the other unsung hero of the unsung heroes I'm calling out right now and giving props to is because they did things outside of the locker room to make the whole team better. And that shout out goes to Trent Williams for those 2 linemen for working them out and teaching them how to be pros. The other one is Joey Bosa. Joey Bosa convinced Kinlaw to go to his surgeon, and it was his surgeon that did his knees that basically said, I need to redo your knee. That's the only way to find out what's going on, and that's what happened. They redid his knee, and he also did some of his rehab and some of his training with the Bosas. So the Bosas taught that kid how to work out and take care of his body. So it's no mistake that the only 2 six-packs on that defensive line right now is Bosa and Kinlaw.
I want to just Kinlaw with that 6 looking like the Hulk. God almighty.
Hey, I'm sorry. I have a new nickname. It's Kinlaw. It's Javon Steel Chocolate Kinlaw.
Ow. Not chocolate thunder, but steel chocolate. You got your white chocolate, you got your milk chocolate, and now introducing steel chocolate. I like that, Pop. Oh, that's creative.
And other big shout out goes to Trey Lance for his offseason work with the wide receivers, but also his off-season work and communication with the entire offense, including Purdy. So it's Trey Lance who got Purdy to learn that offensive playbook quicker than normal. Okay, so big shouts out to Trey Lance. Yes. Big shout out to the kid being a leader.
Pop, before we get off really quick, What's this going on with Thielen and Trey as far as off-season workouts? What's inspired that? Is there any word about that?
They're both Minnesota boys.
That's right. I forgot. I didn't know Thielen was from Minnesota. Is what the thing is. Okay.
Yeah, Minnesota brethren. Yeah, he's a Minnesota kid. So Thielen's kind of like a self-made guy. He came in through, I think, local workouts in Minnesota. And you know how teams will work out local talent, and that's how Thielen was discovered. But yeah, they'll probably work out together and things like that.
Since they're homies, all right. Well, Pop,
yeah, they're home.
Pop, we got to go because I came in here late as usual. I was, napping on the sofa.
That's all good, man. I'll have to give you the rest of the juicy stuff that we talked about later, I guess.
Tuesday, I'll remind you. Don't forget. All right. All right.
All right.
Appreciate your fam. Boom and bam. Shout out to him and Mama Papa Dragon too.
Sure. Take care, Ren.
You too. And Clarence Molina, shout out to Papa Dragon for the scoops. There you go, Pop. That's why I was getting production point at. Pop's always a good day. Hey, did you see Gutierrez? I said I'm gonna post that photo up. The dude is like a mountain amongst men. He was standing there getting ready for the next play. He got a few snaps in this week. Everybody in the team loves him. Javon Kincaid. Steel Chocolate calls him. Yes. That's my guy. Everybody loves Big Gutierrez. Hey, Howard. Hoof. Yeah, don't get me into that. Dog. Howard, man, we're sitting there going over some grades. And you know what? All of a sudden, the storyline has a swing. We got to let Trey Sermon alone. After Pop just filled us in, the man's out there trying to do things on a bad foot. He ain't saying a word about it. He's just going about his business trying to do the best he can. I got sympathy for him now. If he goes on the pup list or anything else, I'm gonna pray for him. And I don't even go to church. But you know what? That's the thing, I hope he will because I feel bad for him. What do you think?
Me too. I hope he's well as well. Everybody on this team, we are hoping, praying, doing rain dances and everything to make sure to protect these guys at all costs.
No offensive line. They got an offensive line, but they're just big bodies out there getting in the way. They're not really providing any protection. We got to salute the running backs and the quarterbacks. So, So the grades, Howard, given the grades, I went down through the list of Jennifer Lee Chan and her grades, and I think she was right on looking at all the units. Pick out a couple that you think that did really well or did very poorly. The offensive line goes without saying, but what else do you think?
Well, I'll say the DBs, man, they're A+, man. They've been doing anything. Minus Funga, he had some hiccups on the first game. But he had some good moments as well. So,
Howard, this is a very sensitive subject too. I just want to ask you a question on that before you go to the next unit. See, the thing is, George Odom picked a pass off yesterday. Have we seen Hufanga pick off a pass yet? I wonder if the athleticism of Odom. Do you platoon those two all game long, or how are you going to do? Is that Hufanga's job to lose, or can George Odom challenge him? What do you think?
If I was the betting man, I'd probably say it's a job for Hufanga to lose. And here's why. Because he is a draftee of John Lynch.
Yes.
And you know how John Lynch is with his draft picks. He will give him as many chances as possible, until this guy.
Until you finally embarrass him. But yeah, I agree. Hufanga's not an embarrassment. Yeah. I worry about him on coverage. And then I seen Odom do what he did. I says, damn, Odom was quick to that, doing it. Whoa! So
Yeah, it also helps that he's a veteran as well. So.
And then there's that. True.
Yep. So, I mean, I like Hufanga. I just, want him to be more consistent. That's about it, really.
As we all
just
do.
Be more consistent and precise on what you're going to do. That's it. Don't get burnt. Don't bite on these plays, and he tends to do that.
But like you said, this is all things he's got to learn. He learned a lot of things last year. He's learning things this year. He seems like the kind of kid that doesn't throw notes away. He keeps them all padded up there in his head, probably in order. And he's got when you got Troy Polamalu probably evaluating your game each and every week, calling Talanoa, brother, you embarrass me, man. Everybody knows you and I work together, man. You make me look bad today. So they probably go back and forth all the time. But
I'm rooting for Talanoa, man, because like anytime I listen to him talk, it's just like
he's so fun.
How can you root against him?
I cannot.
How can you root against somebody like this? Like he's
a lovable
guy. Nice dude, humble. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, he's local for you guys. I don't live in Cali. but I mean,
the thing is, he's just so polite. He's got that smile. He's grateful to be in the NFL to begin with, and he's saying nothing but nice things the whole time. Talanoa's guy. You got to love this guy. So I'm rooting for him. I just worry sometimes if he does get challenged, what's going to be the reaction? Is George Odom, for game's sake, in certain plays and in certain quarterback styles, if I see Hufanga dealing trouble with a certain wide receivers and stuff like that, I'm probably considering maybe moving George in. I don't know.
Yeah, I hear you. That I will understand. You know what I'm saying? If he's getting beat badly, then yeah, pull him.
We'll see. Like you're saying, he's improving. He's learning because he knows how to position himself. Probably he'll learn how to do that. That's what usually those kind of guys do.
Yeah. So learning progress, man. Jimmy Ward didn't become this Jimmy Ward
for a while. Yeah.
Minus he always had raw. He was starting at corner.
Yeah. He always had raw skills, but he polished them up down through the years for sure.
Yes. We all love Jimmy Ward now.
Mm-hmm. I know, and we all did before, except for me. I've always been a J-Dub fan, but it was out here defending him. People was tearing him up. Wow. I said, y'all, come on, man. He may be not able to stay on the field, but don't tell me he can't play no ball. I know he can play ball. He just has trouble staying healthy. So, and a lot of players have that issue. So, yeah.
Playing that turf.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Howard, you mentioned that. At least in Chicago, they finally embarrassed themselves so badly. There's people taking photos of that field. They're going to have that field straightened out by the time we play them. And God knows, we don't know how close we came to dodging a bullet. That's how players pull up lame, ACLs, high ankles, everything else can go wrong. You know that can happen on bad surfaces? And they said, okay, we'll fix it. Good. And why did you have to be forced to fix it is what I want to know. The NFL ought to have an inspection team that goes around to every damn park. Listen, I don't care what kind of money problems people have, you got to fix that field. Damn it. Oh. But Howard, listen, I'll tell you what, I'll be back Tuesday and Wednesday before the game. So we're going to be together all week. We're going to go now, okay?
Man. I'll definitely check you out.
I'm looking forward to it, Howard. My dog. Have a good night, fam. Howard!
Hey, 49ers. Get off of here. Get to the shop for all 9 5 now.
It sounds like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I love it. Night, Howard. All right,
man. Take care, man.
You too. Bobo. What's up, Bobo? Says, if you want to trade Jimmy, let him suit up and have him play for 1 quarter in the final preseason game. Call all pass plays since he's still on the team. I can't imagine Kyle doing that. I like the idea myself. I'd love to see Jimmy play one more time before he says goodbye. And it's time for Chill. Phil, get in here.
Hey, Ronbo.
Oh, Phil, I just want to make it known that I've apologized for my attacks on Trey Sermon. It's not my nature to do that, but Trey Sermon, I found out now he has a bad wheel. I didn't know that, Phil. That makes me want to apologize. I feel more nasty and mean. Well, Phil, what are some of your observations on grading our guys from yesterday's game?
Well, I mean, first of all, if Purdy gets released, he's not going to get picked up. Anybody who thinks that, I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's not going to happen.
Okay.
If you pick him up, you've got to keep him on your 53-man roster for 4 weeks.
Pop, that's right. You forgot that little detail. That's right.
Yeah, he's going to be your backup quarterback for 4 weeks and not know the system. No, he ain't getting picked up. He'll be on our practice squad.
That's
Sudfeld
right.
will be the second-string quarterback because of the $2 million guaranteed. They're not going to take a hit on that. And, because he was Mr. Irrelevant, Purdy is relatively low money. So,
Phil, one question, though, about waivers.
That ain't gonna happen.
What about the waiver wire? Is the waiver wire the same as the being cut?
No, when you release a person and then it goes through waivers, if you pick them up on
That's
waivers,
the process. That's right.
you have to be on the 52-man roster, and you have to be an RM for 4 weeks. No team's going to take that risk.
And then cut him after 4 weeks. Yeah, you're right. Bob, I think Phil's absolutely right. If you pick up Purdy, he goes to your 53.
Yes.
I mean,
So when you pick a person up on waivers, you have to keep them on your 53. You can't put them on your practice squad.
we're going to keep him. Phil, we're going to keep him. We're definitely going to keep him.
Yeah. Well, no,
Right.
he's going to be on the practice squad. Sudfeld will be your backup.
Yeah.
That's the most cost-effective thing. If Trey goes down, you're going to bring Purdy up anyway. You can bring him up for 2 games without any penalty at all, the way that the practice squad works.
It's true.
The same thing
I'll drink
goes
to
for
that.
some of these running backs. Trey Sermon is $1 million hit if we cut him.
A what?
So
Well, how much?
$1 million hit because he was drafted in the third round. He's guaranteed money.
Phil, you know what?
So-
That's why I call him Chill Pill Phil. Chill. Listen, Phil, he goes on the pup with the IR, though. It's no big deal, right?
Well, if it's pup, then you have to wait 4 weeks before you can bring him back. Just
And
like
if he's got a
keeping
bad wheel, that's fine.
Barrett as a backup corner, just in case somebody goes down after 4 weeks, we can pull up Jason. We're protecting him too.
Yeah.
I mean, pup is way you can do that, but you can only have so many people on the pup,
And they can only go once. Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on, but I think someone like Mason is going to clear waivers, and you put him on your practice squad, and it's relatively because he's undrafted free agent.
Yeah.
It's no money at all, right? You just pay the practice squad fees. So,
Phil, do you think Mason's going to get cut? I look at how I want to see him with the first unit.
It's a business. It's a business.
Yeah,
We
that's
don't
true.
realize it's a business.
You gotta do
And
things
the more
according to that
money
too.
you have to roll over to next year
That's
is
what you
money
do.
you can spend on free agents.
Yep.
So,
Yeah. It's
in one way or another, Jimmy's going to get cut. It's going to
Yep.
put $25 million on our cap space,
Yep.
and every penny is going to be looked at. I mean, they make business decisions, not
Absolutely.
just player decisions.
Phil, you're right. You got to
So-
think here and not with the heart. That's so true. Yeah, that's true. It's not always things are not as
but
always as they
Kinlaw?
appear.
I'm thinking Kinlaw is going to have a beast of a year.
Bam.
His knee looks good. They're playing him a lot because obviously he needs reps, but they wouldn't be playing him so much if his knee wasn't solid. So I think Kinlaw is going to have, and then once you move Armstead in at the 3, Armstead doesn't need to play preseason.
He's not going to. I'm pretty sure him and Nick will be sitting up at the stands probably.
Him and Nick, Ibacom, that's the starting 4. And then you bring in guys like, the new draft, what's his name, from USC.
Drake
He looks
Jackson.
pretty good.
Yeah, he does.
Jackson.
Yeah.
Then you got Givens in the middle. You've got a solid second string all the way across. And then you play your third string, and you got Kerry Hyder. I mean, our defensive line is so deep.
I mean, guys getting hurt, it's a bad thing because you could lose your job for an indefinite period of time, even when you get healthy. You let some of those guys that are sitting around waiting for a spot to come in, and they can get crazy.
Our starting four is going to play havoc. And, you think about our first two games in Chicago and Seattle, and we can get away with not having, like, Jimmy Ward play.
Mm-hmm.
And, Hufaga's going to start at strong safety, and what's his name? Norman is going to start in Jimmy's spot until Jimmy's healthy.
Wait a minute, Norman. Tavares, you don't think Tavares is going to start?
I don't think Tavares hasn't played well.
I know.
He's been beat a few times.
Yes. He made a good play yesterday.
There.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's going to be the backup safety. He's going to make the roster, but I just don't think he's going to start.
Mm.
And then once Jimmy comes back, it's going to be Hufanga and Jimmy, and then you got two backup safeties, and you got. I mean, the thing is, we've got better corners this year, so the safeties
aren't
are
nearly
not
as important as they have
critical.
been. Yeah. Agreed.
And with our pass rush and our linebackers, oh boy, our linebackers are the best.
Let's start talking about those linebackers, Phil. Oh, my God, what a group. And let's get Oren Burks. He fits right in to what's become a standard in San Francisco.
Our linebacker core is probably as best as anybody in the NFL.
Wow.
And so, no, I think our defense is solid. I'm worried about right tackle. Obviously, I'm worried about offensive line.
We all are.
Left tackle's solid as long as Trent stays healthy.
Yes.
And
because Justin School,
McGlinchey, he's an issue, and I'm really kind of upset that the Niners didn't address it during the draft.
Phil,
right tackle.
Every year, the 49ers do one unit at a time. Last year was a secondary. Now the secondary looks like it's filled up with all kind of bodies. Next year, I almost on like clockwork. They're going to go for the offensive lineman next year. But Phil?
Well, I think they're solid at the guards. Now, I think they just need work. And center is a question mark, and right tackle, and that's it.
Phil, let's get into this Tuesday because we're all the way out of time. But yes, I know exactly where you're going. We're going to talk about the offensive line all year. I already feel it.
Well, I think we will because that's our weakest point. But everything else, I think we got depth. We're good, and just got to win early, get a good start to the season, and I think we'll roll.
There you go. Phil, I'll see you Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday. We got football all week long. All right. Appreciate you, Phil. Have a great night.
Close.
Yes, it is.
All
it's
right.
Here.
Later.
Night, Phil.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye. And Eric.
What's up, Ronbo? When Phil comes in, it's always a good time. He always
Phil
back when he comes in.
It's so funny because it's like if you had any worries about anything in particular, he always puts a spin on a direction to put you on a path of. And the offensive line, we know there's nothing. You can't put enough sugar in that recipe to make that cake taste any better. But everything else, Brock Purdy, I didn't want to see him leave. But you're right. He's right. I forgot about if you put him on any waiver or anything else, and the 49ers still own the rights, they can bring him back. Now you got to put him on your 53. Are you going to go, as a team, going to go that far? I like that thought. And, of course, my thoughts about Jordan Mason, I guess, again, money. Money's going to be this deciding factor. Eric, go ahead. Let me stop.
Yeah, Trey Sermon, oh, my goodness. He's going to make this roster based on money and that too, but he didn't play particularly well anyways. He's going to make this roster specifically because he was a third-round pick and he's going to get paid in case we release him. But that kind of sucks because that means someone like Mason or Hasty is going to get dropped, And I think Hasty's really good at the third down position. It's clear that Kyle Shanahan really likes him.
Mm-hmm.
And Mason just looks like a pretty good runner. You know, he looks like he has development in him. You know, but
he looks better than he did last year already. You're right.
Yeah, but there's one guy that I'm really looking forward to seeing, especially week 1. That's Drake Jackson. He looks really good in the preseason. You can really see that he's putting in the effort. He's getting the pressure in. Week 1, we play the Bears, and they have a shit offensive line. I would not be surprised if like Nick Bosa's pulled out of the game early.
Yeah.
You know, Nick Bosa's going to have like 6 sacks that day. Nick is going to get pulled early. Drake Jackson's going to go in. And he's going to get his own sack. I'm betting on that. I'm betting Drake Jackson gets his first sack week 1. But
hey, Eric, you know what? I like that. Before that game, we got to remember how many sacks is Nick going to get in the first half because he ain't playing the second half.
Oh yeah,
that's fun.
There's one game that I'm remembering that I remember when Kaepernick's first start. Alden Smith destroyed that game. That's what I'm expecting from Nick Bosa. If people remember that game, it was Kaepernick's first start.
How many sacks did he get
Alden
that
Smith,
game?
I think Alden came off with 5, if I'm not mistaken.
I thought. Okay, because Alden had some double-digit sack games aplenty.
Yeah, he was a monster that game. But anyways, I'm expecting Drake Jackson to be really good that game. There's something that's been pissing me off. Nick Bosa got ranked 25th in the top 100 players, and Trayvon Diggs is ranked ahead of him.
Mm-hmm.
That is so stupid.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like
Fred got ranked
Michael
47th.
Parsons is ranked higher than him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and George Kittle got ranked 22nd, which isn't bad, but also I don't think Kittle was better than Nick Bosa this year. Just, you know, in my personal opinion, I think Nick was higher. You know, I think he was a Defensive Player of the Year candidate. He should be a lot higher on that list.
I think the players make those votes, right?
Yeah. But I don't know if I'm pretty sure the NFL like assembles the list. I know the players make their own list, but I'm pretty sure they just get the averages of where those players were at and then just put them there. Yeah, they just tweak it a little bit. But if there's one team that needs to be concerned with their own line, that's the Buccaneers, Ronbo. Their injury bug is really bad right now. They just lost 2 offensive linemen to the season. Their center and their guard, they just lost for the season.
Tom Brady's been out on sabbatical. I understand he's coming back tomorrow, but Tom's probably contemplating whether this is a safe thing to do or not.
Oh, yeah.
Tom, come on back.
All the old guys on the O-line, all of them going down, I would not be surprised if the Tampa Bay isn't as ranked as high anymore because, Tom Brady, how old is he now, 45? He's going to get hit a lot. I would not be surprised if that team is a little bit – so to me, this looks like the Niners just took a jump ahead of them, in my personal opinion, especially with the Niners D-line. I think when we play them, that's going to be a really big issue for the Bucs when we play them. The Niners D-line is just going to kill that O-line. I think the Niners just took a step. I believe it's Rams. It was Bucs, but I think the Niners just took a step above
them.
I believe it's Rams and Niners. And what I think is so funny, too, is the Niners literally can beat every single team in the league. I think they're one of the few teams that can do that. I don't know if the Rams could. I think the Rams there's something with the Rams. They don't have enough depth. That's my problem.
Mm-hmm.
They have really good superstars along the board, but their depth isn't as good as the Niners. I think that's why the Niners constantly whip the shit out of them because they're not as physical. That's number one. They don't have the depth. So
And also, Shanahan out-coaches Sean McVay every time. Rams says you can argue all you want to about that, but Kyle Shanahan out-coaches Sean has every game except for this last one during the playoffs, but that's only because we were hurt and we had a critical drop at exactly the wrong time. So, or INT drop.
And if I know I've noticed that Rudy comes in quite often, and he says something like, if McVay goes 0-17, he still have a winning record over Shanahan.
No, that's not right.
In terms of their win percentage. If I'm not mistaken,
he did say something like that. I remember that.
Yeah, but I just know if McVay sweeps Shanahan, Shanahan is still beating him in terms of head-to-head matchups, which is actually more important in my personal opinion. Exactly.
Take that,
and
Rudy.
On top of that, I believe the Niners are winning. The Niners are winning the head-to-head matchup all time, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh yeah. This goes back.
Yeah, but I think the Niners they're gonna be really good this year. Trey Lance, oh my goodness, that guy, he's looking really, really good. I'm just super glad that we have, I would say, 2 below average teams, week 1 and week 2, just to get those guys going, because Lance is gonna play some pretty tough teams heading into the middle of the season.
I still worry about
week
the
3
Hawks,
and 4 they're playing.
Yeah.
But yeah, but see, the Hawks do look like crap in the preseason right now. They do not look as good as they're expected to be, I guess.
They do that every year, though, Eric.
Again,
and they play their worst football. They could be 0-5 like they did last year. They didn't look like worth a damn coming in that game, and they still got away. Oh, they're good escape artists, is what they are. When we play,
some weird shit happens every time we play them. It makes no sense. Special teams, flags, refs. I don't know, man. The Seahawks. Someone did some voodoo shit on the Niners when someone got mad, man.
And it's still on us. Eric, we're going to go. I'll be back Tuesday, and let's continue Wednesday, Thursday game day. It's going to be fun.
I'll catch you later.
All right, fam. Appreciate you, Eric. Good stuff. Night.
See ya.
Hey, yo, Levi.
Yo, what's up, Ronbo? How's it going?
Levi, it's as wonderful as it can be. It's sunny, and I can still smell the food. And, it's all about the grading of the guys yesterday, because we always come in emotional after games and we just say things. But when you look at games up close and tight, review them, listen to some of the things that are being said, and then you get B-slapped like I did by Phil when I was talking about, oh, man, we can't lose this dude and this dude and this dude. And then Phil says, yeah, well, if anybody picks him up, they better know they got to put him on the 53. And ain't nobody picking up Brock Purdy. Pop, you know what? So, Pop, I'm surprised you didn't even know. I didn't think about that myself. But, Levi, Give me some on Kinlaw, and I'm thinking about Hufanga versus Odom. I need to see Odom a little further to see whether or not that's a feasible argument to even have. Our offensive line. Have you went to bed crying over this matter? What are you thinking?
All right. Well, for the first thing about that whole 53 roster thing, well, I don't think we're examining the backup quarterback room of all the other teams. If a team like, I don't know, maybe they pop on the 49ers video and see how everybody's raving about Brock Purdy and how great that is, and then they look at their backup quarterback that they're not sure they want, maybe they will take a flyer and they say, oh, man, I'll pick up Brock Purdy. He can be a
stop.
quarterback.
No. Can't do it, Levi.
I mean, if y'all talk, if Brock Purdy is like even half as good as y'all, that makes him a top. The way y'all talk about him is that he's at least a top backup quarterback.
Already.
And our playoff contention team will say,
we get him up to speed.
On him. Oh, let the 49ers cut him.
Remember that guy Hinkie over in Washington? He kind of reminds me of Hinkie. The way he moves around.
Unfortunately,
you having a bag of potato chips, ain't you?
I didn't get to see
what kind of chips you having?
Huh?
What kind of chips you having? Are you having potato chips?
These are actually some garden veggies, but I'm not really eating them at work. So I'm actually stocking and talking at the same time.
Oh, I thought you was.
So
this is special. Let me hush then. Man's at work and talking football. Go ahead. This is interesting. Go ahead.
So, yeah, that's my take on that. So maybe, but you always got to say there might be somebody looking for a better backup quarterback. And if he's as good as y'all say he is, then if I'm a GM, I'm thinking, hey, man, we ain't really got no good backup quarterback. If someone happens to have quarterback for a couple of games, I don't think they can keep us afloat. Oh, wait a minute. Brock Purdy? I can have me a new second. He's undrafted, so that means I won't be paying him much. So he fits them.
I'm sorry. So wait, Chris Wall. I'm sorry, Chris. It's Heineke. Okay. Yeah, sorry.
So, I don't think that you should say, oh, man, you put him on a thing and send him to the practice squad that it's going to be an automatic. He's coming back. It's not automatic. It ain't no automatic.
Well, Levi,
you never know what another team is thinking.
Thanks for blowing up the hopes of everybody that's listening. that we might be able to hold
No,
on to Brock.
everybody's gonna blow it up. I'm pretty sure you might have someone else that's gonna try to correct it and say, "No, Ronbo, don't worry about it. If we put him on practice squad, he'll be back." And then you be like, "Okay, thanks for correcting that headache Levi gave me, telling me that, hey, man, they can still take him, man."
Okay, because what the thing is, I think we're getting caught up in the glitz and glamour, the potential glitz and glamour. Brock Purdy looks like a kind of guy that's going to bring attention to every snap. He makes a job out of every snap, which is kind of interesting and fun. And he's got 4 years, so he's got a lot of snaps under his belt. He just looks like a player you just enjoy watching work, And he sort of makes up for everything he doesn't do with arm strength. Brock knows where to put the ball, when to let it go. With some snaps, I just do wonder. 6'1" is his only problem in life because he can play.
Oh, man.
Levi, you're not a Brock Purdy fan, I can tell.
Being short, not. Well, maybe he can make it. Maybe he can make it work, especially if he's gonna be a backup. Backup job is to win at least, win some games.
He's taller than Russell
Wilson,
Wilson,
don't you? You come in, hit that Purdy on, and then win a game or two, and then the quarterback wins, comes back, and the season doesn't feel lost, or you gotta save it.
Yeah,
that's what you want from your backup quarterback.
Well, if something goes wrong, he's going to be the backup quarterback anyway. If Trey should have to go down for any length of time, now you got Sudfeld versus and Purdy sitting on the bench.
So this is why I want. This is when I think of a backup quarterback. I want my backup quarterback to be Nick Foles level.
Yeah, but Nick Foles had a lot of years under his belt. It takes time to develop that kind of swag. Foles does have swag. People don't like to give him a lot of credit. But Nick Foles has been there, done that, and done a lot of things, including winning a Super Bowl. So you have him sitting back on your bench as a backup. You ain't got nothing to worry about.
Well, I ain't going to say that, but you got nothing less to worry about.
As long as you got some talent with them to work with. Nick can't go out there and raise the level of play of mediocre players. But if you got talent out there, Nick knows how to work with that.
I don't know. Well, I guess he never went to a good situation after he left the Eagles. Maybe that was it.
Now remember,
all the teams didn't have the things he needed to be successful.
Yeah.
That's on back.
You know what, though? I think every quarterback in the league has that to say. I'm going to see what Mahomes still got talent around him, though. People like to say without Tyreek Hill, there will be no Mahomes volume 2. But I think so.
I don't know if I'd go that far. He won all his games without him, so I don't know if he needs him as much as everybody thinks he does. In fact, I'm willing to look at Tyreek Hill, see what he do without Patrick Mahomes. Nobody ain't saying that.
There's the thing right there. That is the gospel truth.
I mean, he brought a lot of attention on himself. So I guess everybody's gonna be looking at Miami. I guess people gonna probably blame Tua before they blame him. So I guess he might be a little safe.
You're right. They're gonna blame Tua, and if Mahomes has problems, they're going to blame Andy Reid and the organization for getting rid of Tyreek. You're right.
Unfortunately, we ain't got to worry about that.
I know. No. But we do have to play both teams.
So, there ain't really a lot of complaint about being a 49er. This is at least a decent going into year. We ain't got no crazy Deshaun Watson stuff. We ain't got no season. I don't think we got any season-ending injuries of any key players.
Not yet. And hopefully that's the way it stays. Levi, we're going to go, and I'm going to be looking for you Tuesday and Wednesday. And then, of course, Thursday we go play ball. It's going to be a 49er good time all week long.
Okay, well, you'll at least hear from me one of those days.
Yeah, I hope so. All right.
All right, have a good one.
You too, Levi.
Have a Niner great day.
Yeah, I like that. Night, Levi. There goes Levi. And we quickly move over to Dallas. Boom, 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 boom. Austin.
What's happening, Ronbo?
Austin, we're just sitting here enjoying the season getting underway. These are our last smiling moments, Austin. These are the last stress-free days before the season gets started and all of our lives become intertwined with the NFL, and they will determine our moods, your being all the way until February. Isn't that amazing how we allow that to happen? It makes no sense. I wonder how many people are getting conditions and having to take medication because of being overly involved with the NFL. Hey, but
I don't know, Ronbo, and I don't want to know.
yeah, Austin, what's on your mind tonight?
Well, I just got done finishing watching the top 100. Your man Kittle came in at 28 this year.
And we're not happy with that, but yeah. And Nick came in below him, and Fred Warner's way down to 47.
Stafford came in at 27. So Ronbo, be prepared if you get the Rams fans tonight. They're going to be like, "Oh, my quarterback is better than your tight end."
I didn't even. Oh my, they're not. Well, Austin, if they didn't know, you just told them. They haven't said anything about that, and there's a couple of them in here.
Oh no. Well.
Jeez. Okay. You know what? That's a good arguing point, though, because I suspect that a quarterback, and that's not really all that good. A quarterback should be ranked in the top 10 if he wins a Super Bowl, right? So if he's down in, below top 15, I imagine the rest of the players around the league don't think he's all that. Who's number one? No, they haven't gotten to number one yet. No, they have. Who's number one this year?
They haven't gotten to that yet.
Okay, that's going to be
Sunday.
late. I thought that was supposed to be late tonight. I thought it was supposed to be today.
No, it's next Sunday, I do.
Oh, that's right. Not the same Sunday. It's going to be evening Sunday. They're going to make it like a big deal. Because I never watched that. It's like some people say, you watch that and just all you're going to do is get mad. How high do the Cowboys? How about Dak? Has he been ranked already? They're going to wait till next Sunday for him, too.
Dak came in at 44. Micah Parsons came in at 23.
Micah's a better player than George Kittle?
I'm not saying that.
No, I know. I'm just thinking to myself. Who's the highest ranked Cowboy? Micah Parsons, 23. You know what, Austin? Honestly, Micah Parsons is a good ball player. Real good, especially for doing what he did in his rookie year. I suspect that's a Pro Bowler for the next few years, so I can't really say anything about him. Not really.
Yeah,
you got.
I'm happy with him.
Yeah.
If he could stay healthy, I think we got us a franchise player, along with Dak.
Now, did Trey Diggs? Is he in the top 100?
No, he didn't make it to the top 100.
Well, you don't know yet. Maybe he's in the last few numbers. You never know what's going to happen next week.
I mean, 11 interceptions, Ronbo should count for something.
Actually, it should. But you know what are defining moments? It's in playoff games. Can you still sustain that pedigree that you've already built over the season? It's you got to make, because the Cowboys. Austin, and you watched that game. The Cowboys, the 49ers defense had a lot to do with that. I'm pretty sure, but the Cowboys didn't look like the Cowboys in that playoff game.
Nope. Dak was overthrowing people. You all were getting consistent pressure. I mean, Dak even missed a wide open receiver in the end zone a couple times because y'all put the pressure on him so good. And it got me so mad too because he was so wide open. But
a lot of times, a lot of people don't understand though. If a quarterback is under siege, that's all he can do. That's the whole point of that rush. Otherwise, if that wasn't going to be the case, if you do it right, Tom Brady, everybody in NFL suffers if they're under siege on every snap because he's thinking, he's seeing ghosts, and he's getting sacked a couple times. He's feeling that pain over and over. He's starting to wince. Austin, ever watch a quarterback that knows that defensive line is coming past his offensive line? And you'll notice, instead of keeping his eyes downfield, you'll see the eyes drop below near around the mouth guard. That's when you know that quarterback is now concerned about his safety. And he's going to make errors.
Yep, Brady and Rodgers do that a lot.
Yeah.
You could see them a lot of times check up on the line and tell them, get set. The blitz is coming.
Mm-hmm.
They got to fire that thing quick.
Mm-hmm. And when that happens, they can't go through their reads. They've got to make up their mind who they're going to immediately. So as soon as that ball snapped, there could be somebody else open. But a lot of people don't understand that. He missed this guy. He missed that guy. Listen, stand in his shoes where he's standing and watch 270 pounds times 4 coming at you at 100 miles an hour with nothing but intent to break something. Now, you're going to tell me you're going to stand there and go through all your reads? I don't think so. So, that's why I have a little sympathy for quarterbacks in that situation. So,
hopefully Trey Lance can understand that.
Yeah, Trey hasn't felt that kind of pain. Also, Trey's going to be if Kyle's smart with our offensive line situation looking like it is, you're going to see a lot of play action. I hope. Don't make him stand there because you could ruin him like that. Kyle's smart. He'll put him in a situation where he can be effective. I'm hoping. Anyway,
all right, thank you.
Always a pleasure, Austin.
Thank you for your time, Rob.
All right.
Tom, God bless you. I will see you Tuesday, and go Cowboys.
Thank you, Austin. Have a great night. Here comes Frank. I believe Frank, get in here with them sandwiches.
Ronbo.
Ronbo.
What's up, Mike?
I mean, Frank. Not calling him Ronbo. Frank.
What's up, Ronbo?
It's Sunday. I've had too much beverage. But, Frank, let's talk some football anyway. It don't make no difference whether we're drunk.
Let's talk football. That's right, baby. Niners ball. Let's talk about the Niners. Talk about the Niners.
Frank, I'm like, hey, what'd you think? Did you say anything bad about Javon Kinlaw last year?
No. I ain't never said nothing bad about
Have you always believed in it?
No.
Yeah.
I like Kinlaw.
Javon is looking like he's ready to play some ball this year. Javon is what made the difference last year in us not stopping that run. You remember the periods we had? We weren't doing very good against the run. There was games when it was getting a little shaky, and Javon was already gone. I like Givens and DJ Jones and all the people that weren't with us aren't with us. DJ's gone. DJ was a hell of a guy in the middle too, but Javon is just huge. When you run around that much mass, it's just tough for a running back. So
Yeah, I agree with you, but who gonna be a monster though to me, Ronbo, man? It was wreaking havoc was Drake Jackson, man.
Yeah.
Man, he looked good, Ronbo. That man looked good, Ronbo.
Yes,
You see that? I said, I was just watching. I was like, man, that man. Yeah, I seen that defensive line, man, gonna be something else, man. They gonna be terrorizing, man.
And he's just getting started, Frank.
They gonna be quarterback. They gonna be hunting, man. They really gonna be going hunting, man.
And Frank, wait till Javon and Eric Armstead are in the middle with Drake and Nick on the other side.
Oh, man.
Oh, my goodness.
Man, what a beauty, man.
Can't wait.
Man, but yeah, I definitely want to shout out to Papa Dragon, too, man, for the good, the good.
Yeah, for the company he keeps and the things he picks up.
Yeah, what he was talking about. Yeah, but I definitely heard about the ankle, though, about
you did?
Trey Sermon, about his ankle. Yeah, it was.
Why you didn't tell me? How long has that been hurting?
It was I found that out. I think was it early? Yeah, I think yesterday. Yesterday on my phone. I just happened to go on the Bleach Report. They were talking about it on my phone.
See, I feel bad about talking about him now. Because Frank, my feeling about running backs is running backs are not. They're usually a finished product by the time they get to the NFL. He'll improve because he's playing with a higher level of competition. But as far as me teaching him and how to be a running back, only Bobby Turner can improve upon whatever you're doing wrong. But you need to be a running back you were born to be a running back. Running backs are born. I don't think they're really created. They're born.
Yeah, but he do. Only thing about Sermon, he do hesitate too much. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
that kid, Jordan Mason, man, he like how hard he run. Like he definitely had to make the 53. Like I will keep. I think they're gonna be, of course, Mitchell. I think it'll be Mitchell. Hasty.
TDP.
They're gonna be Mitchell.
You keep TDP's a third round pick. You're gonna have to keep him.
It'll be Price. Yeah, he's gonna be Price. I keep Jeff Wilson and Mason, Jordan Mason. That's my 5 right there.
You heard though what they said earlier. If you let Trey Sermon go, you cut him. You do anything else with him, you got to pay him $1 million.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they're gonna cut. They might like Pop said, they might put him on their little injury reserve or parents on Thursday.
Oh, yeah, there's that option. There's that option. That's right.
Yeah, there's that option too. See how Thursday.
Because if he's hurt,
so it look like your guy Oldham might get that safety position. That staff for Jimmy Ward if he don't play week 1. The man from the coach.
I love me some Hufanga, but I keep thinking, Odom might be able to cover.
No, Odom might, yeah. I think Odom might be all right like that, man.
He doesn't miss tackles.
Yeah, I mean, but it should be. They should be able to eat though, man. Long as that defensive line get that pressure on that quarterback, man.
And
you know what I'm saying? So the secondary, I just hopefully Mosley and Ward, be back.
And Patrick Mahomes, I see you in here, and they go get you a quarterback too. Yeah, he going down.
Oh yeah, we coming out all quarter. We hunting, baby. It's hunting season. It's hunting. It's hunting season, baby. They're ready to go, coming, baby. Hey, look, Ronbo, look when I seen the clip with Trey Lance and Adam Thielen, I said, Thielen must want to come on over, man. He see what's cooking, man. He can see what's going on.
Wouldn't that be something? We got Thielen. Hey, who would you give up right now for Thielen as far as a wide receiver room? Because one of them got to go.
I'm gonna give up. That's
and they're not interested in Juwan Jennings. They're not interested in anybody else. You got a choice between Debo and Ayuk. That's all you.
Not even one. I'm keeping most. Yeah,
so Thielen ain't coming.
Thielen, but I'm keeping. No, I'm not. them two, not untouchable. You can't touch them.
So we'll never see Thielen.
They on the table. They're on the table. That's it. I give up. You can have Ray McLeod, Juwan Jennings.
They'll put Ray McLeod back in the box, wrap it up, and address it to Santa Clara. Man, don't be sending that out here. We ain't giving them no Thielen.
No, but I think it's probably with the buddies and they both from up. But you never know.
It's a Minnesota thing.
But you never know. It might the receivers. They see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? They can see, man, look, man, they got a defense over here, man. I see this young quarterback, man, he's nice and raw, man.
You got
I need to be over there. You best believe them receivers, you never know.
Especially playing with Kyle Shanahan. You could go around the league and ask receivers where they'd like to play. And if it's not for Andy Reid, it'd definitely be for Kyle Shanahan, So that goes without saying. Right. No, not McVay, Rams fans. No, So I'm telling you right now, that's you're right.
But McVay come from the Shanahan. So only thing right now he have over Kyle is that ring. Kyle got to get that ring, man. Kyle, man, you got to get that ring, man.
I know.
You had to get the ring. Right now, McVay the king, man. He on top right now.
I'll go say it, Frank. It just sounds nasty. McVay the king.
I know it do sound nasty, but we got to, look, he won, though, man. So we got to keep it, you know what I'm saying? Right now, they won, man. So we got it now. We had to take it. Now we got to go take it.
Right.
I mean, hey, we got to face it, man. Now we got to go take it, man. We got to take it from them.
Yeah, I know, but
So we can do it, though, man. Just go, Kyle. Hey, Kyle upset about that, though, man. He's looking at chops, man. He can't wait to, man, get at the Rams, man. Just get that Super Bowl, man. He get too close, man. We get too close, Ronbo.
That's why I hope.
Close, man.
And Frank, I hope we run the score up on him this year. You know how some out of courtesy, coach will pull his team off of it. I hope they don't pull the 49ers off the Rams this year if we start beating them. If it's 60 points, 60-17, the 49ers. Well, effort tonight was pretty much uncalled for, and they're lucky they didn't get hurt. But you imagine Kyle Shanahan still upset about last year's playoffs. I bet you wouldn't see no Rams running around up in his chat no more.
Hey, but look, but Justin Fields, he looked at okay. He ain't look all when I watched the Bears game, I was watching him just to see get a little feel on him. I think he looked all right. Justin Fields, he looked okay. He looked all right. I think that offensive line not that good though, Ronbo. They offensive line not that good.
Well, we're gonna find out soon.
The offensive line not that good, Ronbo.
Frank,
but they do got a good receiver over there though.
Oh yeah, that's.
So we definitely need our corners back there. They got. I forgot his name, but it's Steeson, man. We definitely need our corners. For sure,
Frank,
we definitely need our corner.
Frank, I'm going to see you Tuesday and Wednesday, and we're going to see you Thursday because we got a ball game. So just go ahead and have you great night. Always appreciate you.
Yeah, you too, Ronbo, man. Appreciate you, legend. Shout out to the faithful, man. Everybody stay safe, man. Love y'all, man. Let's get ready for this season, y'all. Let's go.
There it is. Night, Frank. There he goes.
All right, Ronbo.
My fish sandwich eating friend. Well, I mean, Frank, me and Frank got to set up something we can go fishing. Meanwhile, the Rams, y'all got away last year. You ain't getting away this year. No kind of way. You know your butt ain't nowhere near the side. Hey, Marcus.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Marcus, man, we just sitting up here talking about the 49ers and yesterday's game and what we expect going forward. And Javon Kinlaw looking like a menace. And I'm looking at some situations now where I wonder if you got George Odom versus Hufanga is kind of a strange thing. I'm not sure. And then, of course, you look at the fact that you look at the running backs. Now I'm just finding out that Trey's got a bad will. I don't know how long Trey Sermon. I don't know how long he had that bad will, though, which is really funny. So, I don't know. What are you thinking about what happened yesterday? And grade each unit as you want and tell me anything special about that unit or not special.
Odom would start if I was the defensive coordinator. Because
it's like that didn't even. Okay.
He can cover better than Hufanga. Hufanga's a better hitter.
Yeah.
But I don't need someone catching 20-yard pass and you come up and smacking them. I need a cover. And as far as running backs, Trey Sermon is not one of the worst draft picks we ever drafted. So I don't blame him for not being productive because we drafted Solomon Thomas over Pat Mahomes. So that's not a word. I still haven't got over that draft pick.
Yeah.
Yes, when we picked Alex Smith over Rodgers.
Yeah.
So if he don't pan out, then I'm used to it.
Mm-hmm.
But I will put him on the practice squad and won't nobody pick him up. Just let him sit there and draw his $8,000 every 2 weeks, whatever, how much they make.
You know what, Trey Sermon? Trey Sermon's got a bad will. They're going to put him on the PUP or the IR, most likely.
I don't believe that. But for the defense,
that's an option.
But for the defense, Kinlaw is going to be the second best defensive player on this team. He's going to make the Pro Bowl. If he stay healthy, this guy is about 290, 295.
Well, on a day where he skipped his meal, I think that monster's got to go over 300 pounds. I don't know by how much.
He was walking beside Drake Jackson the other day at the game. And
Drake looked like his son.
Small.
I know.
He makes him small. This guy, I'm saying you can't double him. If you double team him, then that's gonna open up everybody else. You got to go one-on-one with him. I just want to see the Chicago Bears, 1985. Watch out! Here comes the 49ers shuffling crew.
I'll drink to that too.
And one more thing before I hang up. I'm from Texas, born and raised in Texas. I hate the Cowboys. I hate them. I hate the Cowboys. I wish they fans would stop calling in this radio station talking about the Dallas Cowboys. Who cares about Dallas Cowboys? I hate them. So, oh my God. When I see they stuff in the Walmart, I buy it just to go home and use it for
dry the car off. And, yeah.
Yes. They call on this radio station. Who cares about the Cowboys? You know, care about no Cowboys. Calling in here.
That's funny, Marcus. I've known so many 49er fans living in Texas, and y'all sound alike. It's like almost a hostile feeling about the Cowboys.
Just watch the games when the 49ers play the Cowboys. Look how many red shirts you see in the stadium. We take over the stadium. We are America's team.
Remember that year that last year Harbaugh we beat the Cowboys in Texas Stadium, and there was more. In fact, you couldn't tell if it was a 49ers home game or a Cowboys home game. Vernon Davis was running around in the end zone, pointing up in the stands, laughing. I said, "My God, where are the Cowboy fans?" Something. My God! But you know what? They did a number on us.
Well, Romo, I got one more thing before I hang up.
Go ahead.
I got one more thing. Just think about if we would have drafted Pat Mahomes instead of Solomon Thomas, where would this franchise be right now?
There's no telling. And John Lynch says something about that every now and then. He says, I'm still kicking myself about that. John, you should kick and slap yourself too, because you're the one who picked Solomon Thomas. He was your classmate, according to what we found out. What are you doing?
Where's he at now? Where's Solomon Thomas? Is he in the league?
He was with Raiders last time I saw. I don't know where he is now.
My God. Oh, my God. I can't believe we picked
I
that
saw
guy.
him in a preseason game.
We could have had him, Pat Mahomes, or we could have had the guy from Cleveland.
You could have Lamar Jackson, for that matter. There was a couple of quarterbacks in that draft. I'm sorry, Lamar Jackson was later.
Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun
Watson.
Yeah.
Now, who was our quarterback when that draft was coming on?
We didn't have one yet. Remember Kyle came in with Brian Hoyer and some other guys during the offseason. He wasn't looking to get a quarterback because his whole thing was he's going to get Kirk Cousins the following year anyway. So he didn't plan on drafting a quarterback. They just, that's what happened.
Well,
and then Jimmy
Trey
came in
Lance,
toward the end of the season.
Well, I hope Trey Lance is our Pat Mahomes and take us and do this thing right. So
everybody does.
We can
Mm.
so my teeth will stop hurting. So that's got a toothache too. We want to Super Bowl. This is all these Cowboy fans down here in Texas. But I'll talk to you later, Ronbo. I'll call back.
Great to hear from you, Marcus. All right. Hang in there. Any person in Texas that's rooting for the 49ers is my kind of people. All right. Have a great night. Yeah, Tony, you're right. Solomon Thomas is playing with the Jets. That's right. Hey, Charles.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Charles, maybe we sit back here and just going over yesterday's game after taking a closer look at it and saw some of the things. We've been enlightened today to find out that some of the things I was saying about Trey Sermon were out of line yesterday, as Sermon has a bad foot. And something that's I'm thinking about now is the fact that you saw Odom make a pick yesterday. That's sort of like his. And then it wasn't. I don't know. It wasn't the first unit, so maybe we don't need to make too much of that. But he did make a pick, and I think that's the second time in this preseason he's done that. So it's between him and Ufunga to put in the box. I wonder how the 49ers are thinking about that.
It wasn't a coverage. It wasn't a coverage pick. It was just
the man threw a bad pass.
It was, the guy was being pressured, and he threw a pass, and then he was right there, and he caught it and intercepted it and took it the other way. So it wasn't a coverage pick. So you don't know how well Odom covers. We're just assuming. We see the pick and we're like, he got us a pick. Okay, let's put him. Let's make him
after he made that pick, though, I was
safety.
watching. The only thing I was watching how he went about doing his thing. It's not necessarily fundamentally more sound, but he's a little faster, is all I noticed. But,
he's fast. Oh, yeah. I saw that. I said, man, this boy got some wheels.
Yeah.
Looks like he runs a 4.40.
Yeah, see, that's – anyway. It's just something to think about. And then also you look at the offensive line, and now we're talking about McKivitz is going to be on that right side versus McGlinchey. Did we just get worse on an offensive line that's already questionable? And these are things that we got to be concerned with. Because when you look at a team that's all the way around solid, and then you look at the offensive line, it could bring us down to our knees in certain games because there's going to be some contests where it's going to be tight. And anybody who makes a mistake in some of those big games, that's who's going to lose. So...
yeah, man, I don't know why we didn't go all out and get a really good right tackle. I don't know why we didn't go all out. We got to get a really good guard and really good tackle to make sure, we cover those two positions. I'm at a loss why we gave up Tomlinson to the Jets and then, we replaced him with first year guys. Why would you put your rookie quarterback in, your first year quarterback in, and with an unproven line. I mean, we like Grant Cohen said, we have a left tackle and we got 4 guards. You know, McGlinchey, he most definitely is a guard, and so I don't understand the logic other than
Well, McGlinchey was
the run defense, the run
McGlinchey was a left
offense.
tackle at Notre Dame. You know, here's the thing. Actually, nobody really drafts a right tackle. You know, you the bad thing about it is they usually draft the best left tackle you can find because he's going to be the most talented.
Yeah.
And for reasons
Well, I
unknown
got
to
that.
me, they see if they can train him to be a right tackle. And there's a lot of differences, which I don't understand about NFL GMs and scouts and everybody else. Why do you do that? That's not. It's a whole other training session to move to the right side. The footwork is different. The hand, everything's different. They don't see it that way. Yeah, it's a mess.
Yeah, but I mean, it's doable. I just want somebody who's better than the guys that we got on our squad, man. It's these guys. They're pretty good guards, but they're horrible at tackles. I don't understand why. But you know, maybe Kyle Shanahan, he feels like, you know, he needs somebody that's a really good run blocker at a right tackle.
Well, that's his offensive MO. I mean, that's what Kyle likes. He wants to do. He's a run-first guy, right? So Michael McGlinchey, and see, from what you just said, Michael McGlinchey is one of the league's best road graders. So that's true. That's why, you know, he's over there. But, you know, he still needs to be able to protect at least some. He's improved on that.
Yeah.
But still.
Yeah. Yeah, and we'll see. You know, I'm not. You know how I feel about McGlinchey, man. I can't wait. I hope they don't re-sign McGlinchey. If they re-sign him, Lord have mercy. I'm gonna be highly upset.
But you know that injury might take him out. I don't know if he's going to be able to get over that. He's injured right now, and McKivitz is going to take over because he can't really come back. So they're going to have to make a business decision somewhere down the line. I don't know when it's going to be. But if Mike doesn't get back out there and prove that he's going to be valuable to this team, I don't think they're going to re-sign him.
Yeah. Well, I love the right guard, the rookie right guard, man. I love him.
Burford?
In that position. Yeah, I think the left guard, I think the guy from USC.
Aaron Banks,
I think he's going to be great. I think he's going to be really good, given some time, especially in year 2 and year 3. I think he's going to learn how to anchor better. He's going to do better training in the off season. I think he's going to be a really good draft pick for us. And so, so I don't know. You know, that right tackle position, and then the backups. Like who do we have that can plug in and be a quality backup? Other than
I've not heard about what's that guy we picked up last year from Kentucky. Oh, what is his name? There's some names I've not heard about. Justin School is not somebody you want to see on the field. He's still recovering from that knee.
No.
You know, we do have Poe. And do you know Poe and Burford joined?
We got Poe.
Yeah, both of them, Poe and Burford both, according to Pop, joined Trent Williams in some kind of a clinic he was holding. And they're both better for it. I don't know why Aaron Banks didn't attend. And McKivitz was probably up in the mountains because McKivitz is a big mountain boy.
Being lazy.
Trey loves him though. I mean Trent loves the McKivitz. I guess because he's big, strong, country.
I like McKivitz too. I've seen him play, and he's a really good player. But I don't, what kind of depth do we have? We don't have quality depth. Now, 2 years ago, when we went to the Super Bowl, we had quality depth. School and
Brunskill. They're pretty good at that.
We do have Brunskill. Brunskill, he can play anywhere along the offensive line. And then the rookies that we got last year, where are they at?
I know they got worse. Charles, we gotta go though.
No, but where are they? Like they're nowhere to be found.
Yeah, I forgot who we drafted last year.
Okay,
Actually.
we got Banks and we got Banks last year, and we got who's the other right guard?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of a minute ago, and I've not heard anything about him all season.
He was the black kid that
I know you're talking about.
little small.
That's what I was trying to think of.
He's at.
Yeah. Hey, who was that guard we got last year, guys? It's making me crazy. Anyway, we've not heard a word about him all season long. But listen, we got to go, though. Charles, I'll be back Saturday. I got to drink a better brand of liquor. I'm gonna see you Tuesday.
Okay, all right. Well, I'll be back on Tuesday.
Looking forward to it, Charles. Night, fam. Appreciate you.
Good night.
All right. And, man, Patrick Mahomes, boy, Trey couldn't shine Mahomes. What would the world be without Patrick Mahomes, boy? Hey, immediately. I guess we waited too long to get a video. Or he was drinking the wrong label as well. Emilio! Well, I guess that's it for Emilio. Let's go ahead and play taps for him. Hey, Ellis.
Ron Bizzle.
Ellis, what's up, man? You know, we're checking out. We came in today calmed down after yesterday's game like we do, and issuing grades and things like that, and spotlighting certain individuals. Ellis, did you any unit that you want to pick up on, and are you also apologetic? I don't know if you said anything about Trey Sermon, but I'm apologizing today for the man's foot was hurting him, and you know I had no business doing that. And then and also we can give accolades. We can start giving them right now as potential comeback player of the year. Javon Kinlaw is looking like he's getting ready to roll. And with Talanoa Hufanga and George Odom looking to be all of a sudden running into a competition, where's your mind on that? Any place you want to jump into, go ahead, Ellis. I'm listening. We listening.
Well, the George Odom and Hufanga thing, I mean, that's a little fluff because Talanoa's he hasn't been an upset since he's been here. He has some things that he's needed to work on and get better at, but he's shown more, improvement than not. And he's been one of the rookie guys that we got in the last 2 years. That's gotten a lot more burn than other guys. So I don't think he's going anywhere.
Oh no, he's not
Odom
going
is
anywhere.
good. Odom is good, but he's not going to just. I don't think he's just going to totally beat out
Talanoa.
Hufanga. I think they'll share reps. I think they'll share reps equally between the different coverages, and I think I don't know. I can't remember his damn name. All of a sudden,
What
our
position?
defensive coordinator.
Oh, D'Amico
our
Ryans.
defensive coordinator.
D'Amico
Ryans. I think he's going to utilize the both of them, and just between different packages and stuff like that, and get the most out of both of them and work them and play them to their strengths. Play run certain defenses and stuff that'll be to Odom's strength and vice versa. You know what I mean?
And Odom was brought in mostly for special teams because of his excellence in tackling. So yeah, they probably want to use him for that anyway. But it was interesting.
Yeah.
I think it's the second pick in this preseason. We'll see.
Yeah.
As far as he goes.
Yeah. I think he'll make the team for sure. I'm not. That's what I will say, without a doubt. And because we're going to need that depth there. And unfortunately, Tavarius Moore's, been, a little underachieving so far in this, from between training camp and the preseason stuff like that. But he's coming off an Achilles. Am I right?
Who are we talking about? Tavarius? Yeah.
Tavarius Moore, isn't he? Isn't he come off an Achilles?
Yeah,
so that's going to take him some time, man. He might be a little ginger right now with his feet. You know what I'm saying? And he might, be, just a little bit behind. When it comes to his steps, he might be moving just a little bit more like, just for precaution's sake, because he may want to, he doesn't want to go all out just yet. I'm thinking, we're not in his body, so we don't know what he's feeling. And that
but you know what? I can imagine
his performance.
That's got to be scary. I don't know what Achilles feels like, but you ever feel your Achilles? Can you imagine that big tendon snapping? They'd have to keep me. I'd have to have some kind of drug to keep my mind off of that. What just happened to my ass? You know what I'm saying? That would freak me out.
I remember.
Oh.
Yeah, I remember what it felt like to happen a couple of times when. The Achilles would be like really sore if I didn't stretch before playing, and I'll just go playing really hard, back in the day, and I could feel the soreness in it automatically. And maybe that was a sign, but I would immediately start stretching and then get right to it. I was always good with that for the most part, but then there was just times where, I was just ready to get right to it.
Everybody did that.
And you can feel that. And that's what I'm saying. That's what a lot of players suffer with, because we're like, man, I do this. You know what I mean? I don't need to stretch. It's good. I'll do a little, I'll undercut it, not 5-10 minutes. I'll do, 2 minutes, you know what I'm saying, max. And then I'm, cheating. I'm cheating myself realistically at the end of the day.
Yep.
And, it's not beneficial for athletes. So we definitely got to make sure we're stretching a whole lot better.
Every kid thinks he can get away with that. And every coach known on this planet, he can't tell you enough. You guys loosen up, work up just at least a little sweat, guys. They're always trying to get you to do that. Nah, I'm all right. I'm good. All right, there he goes. All right, let's go. On 3. Let me run this play. 1. All right, 3, 2, 1. Bam! What? That's a hamstring. That's my dog. Oh no! Now he's laying in the dirt because he couldn't take instruction. So learn the hard way.
Yeah. So, it's gonna. Hopefully, he doesn't get cut. He might go to practice squad at the very least, just so he can maybe get a bit more acclimated, more, heal up a little bit more and get ready, because he does have a lot of talent. He's a big safety. He hits hard. I liked a lot of what I was seeing from him before he got that Achilles injury. So hopefully, he's not completely just cut from the team. I don't see that.
Oh, he's not. I guarantee he's not getting cut. Oh, no. What's going to happen to him is when he's got to be the guy on top. We have to rely on him until J-Dub gets back, actually. He's got to be the guy playing center field.
Yeah, and I think Jimmy's not coming back till like week 3, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
I think Kyle wants to be safe with him because they know how much we need Kyle. I mean, Kyle knows how much we need him. And
Jimmy does know how much we need Kyle.
Yeah, that too. But
Ellis, from what you're saying though, you look at weeks 1, it's Chicago. Mike, I ain't meaning nothing bad about you. But I'm saying in week 2, it's the Hawks, and I have fears for them. In week 3, is it Russie time? Yes, you're right. If he comes back in week 3, that'd be early enough.
And Jimmy loves DK Metcalf, so I think he wants to save himself and get ready for DK, so he can come bully his big ass a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy ain't scared of nothing. And, he's hitting harder. Jimmy looks like he's in really good shape this year.
Don't he?
He
The boy's all swole up.
More. Yeah, Jimmy's looking kind of yoked. So and I love to see it. But lastly, Ronbo, as far as the preseason game, man, the linebacking core looks really good. The receiving core was lackluster. Our tight ends look decent. Besides the drops, there was too many damn drops. I don't know what the hell's going on, and I'm really kind of concerned about Juwan Jennings. I hope he gets over that hump. And then the secondary looks like it's getting a little bit more stronger, I guess, even though that was one of the more questionable sides of the ball. Just from what's been going on, we're out our 2 starting corners. But the offensive line, I think I'm mostly concerned about, because we're coming into this week. We only got 1 veteran. We got Spencer Burford playing good. Everything else is a pretty much a damn coin toss. Who's going to play good, and how many of you other 2 or 3 linemen are going to play like shit? And we can't afford to be having that kind of stuff happen. So I feel like we're going to need to pick somebody else up. I think Mills needs to start at tackle on the right side. I don't like McKivitz being over there. McKivitz is kind of getting bullied. I don't know why the hell Kyle's saying he's our starter right now. Maybe he's saying that to entice Mills to try and take the position. Maybe he's doing that for that purpose. But we need to get some consistency over there in that offensive line. It can't just be Trent being the only person playing top-level football. And because Trey's going to get hurt, man.
No.
Sutherland needs to get cut. He's a terrible center.
They're going to figure that out.
We need to keep the rookie from Arizona and everybody else instead of him, please.
Save a little bit of that, fam, because we got to go. I'm going to see you on Tuesday, though. And, and God knows what's going to happen between then. Maybe we'll get another offensive lineman. All right.
Yeah, that's the bet, family.
Big shout out to that squad.
Thank you for the platform.
Thank you, fam.
And are we back tomorrow?
No, we'll take a Monday night off. It's funny because we're a day early on this. Usually we do a game, but yeah, we'll take Monday night off and be back Tuesday and Wednesday.
Okay. Well, tomorrow's Amaya's birthday. Can I get a birthday shout out?
Amaya's birthday's tomorrow.
She's gonna be turning 8.
Yeah.
If it's not too much trouble.
No, I was wishing like normally we'd be doing Monday night. I mean, we got to miss it. Yeah, okay. Are you ready? Amaya.
Thank you. We ready.
Happy birthday, Amaya. Happy Nina's birthday, Amaya. Happy Nina. Amaya, happy birthday. You know you're welcome, too. That's so much fun. I love doing that. Hope y'all did something special today, too.
Have a good night.
You too, Amaya. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Good night, Ellis.
Fam. Thank you.
All right, fam.
Thank you, fam.
You know it's my pleasure. Night. And I see Clarence Molina Ramilia. Is it because Rudy's in there talking, boo stuff? He says, you need to back to your own channel. You only have 743 subs. Ronbo's got go build your following with your 2 subs. One was your Super Bowls. One was in St. Louis. Rudy, and stop counting the years since the 49. Rudy, you got better sense than that. You got one. You got one. And how many years did it take you to get that one? And it's not a long time since the one in St. Louis as well. You and Patrick Mahomes, boy, got to be kidding. Oh, where was I now? Okay. Guerrero. Girl, good to see you. Hola, Ronbo. ¿Cómo estás, mi amigo? Hey, Guerrero, I didn't know you're in Albuquerque. Doing great, fam. Doing great. Good to hear from you, too. You can tell football season's here when Guerrero starts showing up. Hey, are we checking on the video again? Shh. You know what I wish I could do? I wish I could develop a software that, you can put a little electrodes on the side of a person's head, and it gives you a visual on top of what they're dreaming about. Oh, you would really find out about a person doing, if you could get a visual on what they were dreaming. Shabazz.
Ronbo.
Shabazz. Are you on duty right now?
Nah, Ronbo.
Oh, because Shabazz, it's always fun hearing you as you're busy, and people coming through and you're shaking them down, or some of the people work with you are asking you questions. I think you need a reality show.
Sunday, Ronbo.
Huh?
I don't work on those Sundays with it.
I don't know what I was thinking. Because I've been to clubs and places like that on the weekend, and that same big man was at the door. Y'all can't get up in here now, man. It's too crowded. All right, you in charge, bro. I ain't got nothing else to say. Hey, Shabazz, but talking about the Niners right now, man. We didn't hear from you after the game yesterday. Shabazz, give me some of your thoughts on that and grade what you saw yesterday.
I'm impressed. It's what's to be expected, but I think y'all really gonna be shocked on Tuesday on who's getting cut and who's not getting cut.
Throw some light on that, then.
I'm telling you, Mason ain't going nowhere. Everybody's talking about this business decision stuff. Yeah, Sermon might get thrown on the injury reserve, but I'm telling you, I think Jeff Wilson or Jermichael Hasty getting cut. I'm telling you, one of them leaving.
Oh, because you know what? They would cost more money than everybody else, too.
Exactly.
If we're talking business.
Exactly. And I think it's Jeff Wilson. Think about who hasn't played this whole preseason.
I know, right? But I thought they was trying to protect him because, I'm a Jeff Wilson boy. And I thought they was trying to protect Jeff Wilson, get him out there and get him hurt. So, and Jermichael Hasty been working he's been working like a mule out there. And TDP, both weeks so far, TDP was leading in the stats. He led the stats with Jermichael Hasty. And this yesterday, him and Mason did all the work.
Right. So I'm telling you, I wouldn't be surprised.
I ain't got no argument to offer for either one of them, too. Trey Sermon, like you say, though, I didn't know Trey was hurt, though. I feel bad about talking about him now. But, he's probably on the pup. And they put people in the IR on the pup anyway, mysteriously during cut time anyway. People that are perfectly healthy could go out and run a 100-yard sprint with no problem. Yeah, he's on the we put him on the pup for he'll be eligible to play in whatever month.
We're able to stash people on the pup, so we might stash one of them on the pup too. Or we might stash Jeff Wilson on the pup.
I don't know how many. I think you're limited to how many people you can POP, but aren't you? Am I right on that?
No, that I don't know, but I'm just telling you. Don't be surprised when y'all hear some big-time names not coming back.
I know. Because the 49ers are famous for stacking people up in them places they can legitimately stack them up. And so we're going to find out.
I don't think Jeff Wilson's money is guaranteed, and I don't think Suffield's money is guaranteed either.
Pop, Shabazz, if you had your druthers – between Sudfeld and Mr. Irrelevant, who do you like?
Would you be Mr. Irrelevant? He can move.
He's fun to watch, ain't he? I like Purdy. Yeah. People were talking about Purdy before these games too, and I didn't know what they were talking about. Now I do. He's interesting.
He can move. And guess what? He costs us a whole lot less money than Sudfeld.
$2 million to be exact. Well, they're probably playing Brock $150 because when you're last on the draft, you don't get no money. They give you lunch money.
He gets about $800,000.
You think so? So he's got
California taxes. That's about
then you get 59 cents with bread. Hey, what's so funny about that though? He's hungry than most would be on that roster. Now he came in already with the shame of being the last guy in the draft picked, and then you get this title, Mr. Irrelevant, and now you're coming into a theme. Oh, okay. Well, you know what? They made a mistake about me, and I got plenty to prove. The chip on his shoulder almost needs to be carried with a wheelbarrow. Oh, he's got to be wanting to bust ass.
Right. So all I'm saying is just come Tuesday, don't be surprised. There's going to be some people like, y'all going to be like, I didn't know that was going to happen.
I've never, every year I'm surprised by at least 2 or 3, so you're right. Is Willie Snead making this team?
No. I don't think so.
Who else?
A lot of people going to be gone, man.
Because they got rid of Nimdici before I was even. I thought he'd get at least a few days. They got rid of him quick. Yeah, so I don't know. So
who I'm wondering about Poe?
Oh, yes. I want to see them keep it. They can't get rid of him. You know what? He's actually a quality lineman amongst the linemen we have. Don't you think?
Yeah. We'll see.
Because I'm pretty much done with Justin School. I feel bad for him. I put him on the pup. He's another guy I put on the IR or something because he's not ready to play. He looked better than this a year before last. That doesn't make any sense. Shabazz, who's that kid that came out last year and we had him playing tackle for a minute and he got beat out by Compton? I haven't seen him all season long.
Moore?
Yeah, Moore. What's Moore's first name? You know him. That's the one. I've not heard a word about him all season. Is he hurt, or what's the story on him?
I don't know. But like you said, Shanahan be hiding people, so don't nobody know.
So you can't pick him up.
But maybe that's what he want to do with old Jeff. But I don't know. I just don't. I think Jeff has gotten old, and I think he's what they call on Madden the bridge back. I just think Anthony Lynn is
Jr.
there. Yeah, I think they want to go with all new blood, man.
Well, we never. One thing, Shabazz, we run out of every year. It's like when you go to the store, your mama yells, and don't forget to bring a couple rolls of toilet paper. See, the 49ers and running backs, and you and I both know, Shabazz, we can start the year with 10 running backs, and at the end of the season, we're calling around, making phone calls to get people off the sofa to see if they can still, if they're in any kind of shape, and they can come in and play running back. That is a frightening thing. Every running back to be put on the practice squad probably will be.
Right.
So, I think they're all going to stay, actually. We can't afford to get rid of any running backs. In Week 16, 49ers have 2 running backs that are eligible to play. One of them's kind of banged up, and so they're going to go tonight with JaMychal Hasty as their starting running back. And I said, see, this is what I was telling Shabazz way back in August. See, we can't get enough running backs. So, God.
You can't, but I don't think that Mason, because he know, like I know, all Pete Carroll do is sit at home and watch our games. And who the 49ers going to cut, he don't care. He's like, that man is obsessed with us. Why? I don't know. Why, like everybody said, the rest of the NFL is 49er fans. And Ronbo, before I go to the rest of y'all, quit crying what Kittle got placed. Quit crying what Nick got placed. They're in the top 100. Ain't nobody never liked us. We don't even like each other. I don't understand 49er fans, man. Hey, man, the man in the top 100.
That's so true.
Man, who cares?
I
mean, our goal, we act like we the Minnesota Vikings or the Carolina Panthers. Our goal is to win a Super Bowl. I don't care about what nobody or anybody else thinking about. We got bigger fish to fry.
Shabazz, blame other fans, because as soon as your player doesn't get ranked high enough, no matter what they're talking about, the other fans are the ones that come at you like, yeah, y'all see where George Kittle got ranked? Look where my boy got ranked. So the hell what?
So what, man? Like you said, all these people in the world, the Don Burrs, all these people are like NPCs. They're like y'all don't exist to us. Why do y'all come in our reality and bother us, man? Like, I would never go into their reality. I said this before, Ronbo. You wouldn't catch me dead on no Cowboys talk show or no Lions talk show or no Sea Chickens talk show. I don't even know their pages exist. I wouldn't follow them. I wouldn't give them a like. That's just blasphemous, man. Come on.
Shabazz, and it's to be appreciated, too. I'm going to tell you what. Shabazz, I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to see you Tuesday. I'll be back looking for you. All right?
Yeah, I'm going to check back in, Ronbo. But, yeah, man, as always, shout out to you.
Thanks, sir.
Shout out to production. Shout out to my people in Memphis. My boy Lee in SoCal. And, man, bang, bang, not a gang.
Yes, that's all that matters in this world. That's all. There you go.
That's
Made
it.
me feel better already. All right. Good night, Shabazz.
All right, Ronbo. All right.
And Patrick, my boy, I ain't telling my people nothing. If they want to pick on a Ram fan, that is all right. Everything's right. We have legal boundaries you can't go past, and everybody knows what they are. But just talking about him and bullying him, I love it. He came in here to be bullied. Bully him. Just don't be racist about it. No politics. And if it's a female, leave her alone completely. Hey, Bethel.
Hey, Ronbo.
Bethel. So, Bethel.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. And, yeah.
Okay.
So, Bethel, we're going over some things and about yesterday's game. We how we always do it. We have a short and sweet after the game. Then you think about it the night afterward. And I've already apologized for some of the things I said about Trey Sermon. I didn't know his foot was hurting him. I do, though, have to say, in fairness, I do remember him when his feet were fine and he was still doing that little thing he does in the hole. But if his foot is hurting and maybe he just, okay. And we're
one of the bad things about if we cut running backs or stuff like that, there's like 8 coaches that are running Kyle's system that will love to get their hands on some of these running backs. And that's
the Rams would too. Rams got 2 running backs, and both of them are banged up right now, from what I heard. Yeah.
Yeah, so one of the Rams will love to get our running backs, our dime in the rough, because we know what we draft. We know the good players we draft, and they want to take them away from us.
And add to their own team, because they know they can get a good look at the skill level, and they say, yeah, we can use him. Let's see if the 49ers can actually keep him on the roster, and if not, just stay alert, and we're going to pick that kid up. No, you're not, Rams, Hawks, stop it. Get your own talent.
They even pick up our injured players. That's how bad they want our players.
DJ Reed, mentally had a torn pec muscle. The 49ers didn't intend for him to get away. They thought that nobody'd pick him up, and here comes Pete Carroll. That parasite.
Yeah, so and some of these players should know that we're not cutting you, because we want to. We want to save you in our team, to keep you in our team. But, like cockroaches, they come and try to pick our best, that we leave in our scraps, because they see how good of our coaches does with these guys, that they want to, pick off our tree.
Have we ever
because
picked
they don't
up,
know how to draft their stuff.
when was the last time we picked up a player off of somebody else's practice squad? There's a trivia question.
No,
Chad, what was the last player we picked up off a practice squad? We pick up players. We had some Hawks over here after they got cut. I'm trying to think of the last time we went and cherry picked somebody else's practice squad.
We only did that with our quarterback because we needed a backup quarterback.
Who?
That was off Tampa Bay.
Did you say a cornerback or quarterback?
No, quarterback. Remember Josh Rosen? We picked him up.
Was Rosen with the Bucks? Yeah, why he was, huh?
Yeah, he was. And if he would have stayed, he probably would have got a ring. I don't know if
he picked him up before it was. Rosen's probably still bad about that. Thanks, Bebop. That's a great show too. Bebop.
I don't think he'll get a ring. I think he gets money, but not a ring. Because
is that the way that works?
Do not get a ring, do they?
If you're on the team, I don't know in what capacity. I don't know that they have guidelines for that. I thought if you're on the team, you get a ring. That's a very expensive ring to be getting if you're on the practice squad, though. You might be right. You might be exactly right.
Yeah, I think they just get paid a certain amount of money.
Yeah, for having contributed to the effort, but you don't need a ring. So, yeah.
Yeah, because some of, I think it was, number 41, that running back that we have. I love some of the cuts that he was doing.
You're talking about Mason. Yeah.
Yeah. I just see him, he had some big-ass dude right in front of him, and he just did that cut.
Drove that forearm and get off me, and kept going, look at that. I've not seen anybody do that for us in a long time.
Yeah, that was just beautiful running, and and then the other dog that we have, hit stiffing one arm and then hitting another guy. He didn't get stopped until the third guy got to him.
I tell you, TDP and them two right there, that's a wrecking crew. You don't get any break. But that's why you need Elijah Mitchell to come in between them. You need a little finesse, but Elijah runs kind of hard too, harder than I wish he would for his size. So,
Yeah, that's why, these guys know how to draft, running backs, and they know how to. Sometimes they miss, but it's just
but you're right. They've gotten away from the lightweight, finesse, quick running backs. It's the last 2 years. Trey Sermon's not a small person. He's just having his issues.
Yeah.
But TDP, that's a big, strong running back. And Mason's no small person either. So the 49ers know now, get big, strong running backs if you can. And let's see how long they can last. Because with his own stretch, it's good to have a quick guy that can hit that corner. But he needs to be able to stay healthy for 4 or 5 weeks too. So,
yeah, and you need a guy that instead of taking a long time to make a cut, because those windows of opportunity they close up pretty quick. And if you see one, take it, because I remember we'd be seeing some games. Oh, cut right here, take that, and they don't. They go the other way. I'm like, what are you doing? You should have took that cut. And that's one thing that we actually liked about Moser. He
knew that. Well, didn't he know he had to hit a seam?
Yeah.
He always hit the perfect gap.
Yeah.
But he could get through there quicker than most too. That's another thing. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, Bethel, I'm going to see you Tuesday, and we're going to talk some more 49ers football, probably Wednesday. No doubt about Wednesday.
We're always having fun.
And Thursday's the game again. And right?
Yeah.
Together. All right, Phil.
All right, Ronbo, like always, great show.
Thanks, Phil.
Punch the like, and let's go Niners, and subscribe.
Thank you for letting them know. Please subscribe. All right, Bethel.
District Attorney's Office for Criminal Review.
Criminal review. It's got to be Rudy. Listen, I just want to mention, brand new, we don't attack women in here. There's no remarks like back to the kitchen allowed. Either keep it football related, whether it's anything else, but you will not continue on that path. Don't be sending nobody back to the kitchen or I'll send you off. All right, just letting you know that's part of the rules. That's a warning. I didn't tell you about it at the beginning because I thought everybody knew. Women will not be picked on in that fashion. All right. A 971 he sounds like he's in a courtroom or he's watching hello, 971. Area codes 971. Let's go back to Emilio. Brandon, it's okay. I got you. It's okay. I just wanted you to know. Go check on Emilio. I want to see if he's still.
Yep.
Wait, he's awake? Emilio?
Yeah.
we was enjoying you you was in dreamland, man. I could see. That's why I was sitting there to see if I could just design a tech piece that I could attach it to a person's head while they're sleeping, and it just gives you a visual of what they're dreaming. Boy, dudes will be going to jail and everything else, right and left. Hey, so anyway, Emilio, we're going over. After the game, we're all emotional and everything. We say things, but you know what? I didn't know Trey Sermon had a bad wheel. I had to apologize. But then again, as I said, he was doing that a little bit before he hurt his foot, too. And Emilio, if you look at George Odom, and I had a feeling about him when he first came to us when I've heard about him hasn't missed a tackle yet. Do you wonder if he's going to compete with Hufanga, or is that Hufanga's job to lose? And also give some credit to our boy. He's going to be the comeback player of the year, Javon Kinlaw. What do you want to add to all this and jump on that?
Yeah, well, that's good for Kinlaw. Kinlaw has something to prove anyway. Because, he had he got hurt, and then you got hurt, talk about him. So, he's got a lot to prove. And then also because everybody kept saying, why we trade Buckner? So
I know, right?
I know, yeah, this is the year he needs to shine. He just has to. Because if not, it's just really going to look, it's going to be like, so it is true. You suck, so you're a bust. But, it's always on players to shut other people up. So, yeah, I want him to succeed. So it looks like, he's doing so far so good. But, see what happens when the season comes. Don't get hurt.
stay healthy.
Mm-hmm. And that's always all those players. You get hurt on this team this year. If you play defensive line, you may never regain that spot again. We got backups that are damn good players. Some of them are really good. And I got dibs on Monaco. I think that dude's getting ready to make a statement this year.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's just, we got a lot of talent on this team. It's just crazy on both sides of the ball. So, we're going to see a few rookies shine, players that need to shine, that always all-stars already. So, it's just, we're just going to be a dangerous team all the way around. It's just one of those, just waiting for the season to start. Get everybody rolling because
we got 17
everybody
days.
on the team wants to win. So, well, I know I'm ready. I can't wait.
Well, you know what's on here, actually? We'll see more starters this Thursday, too, which is really cool. So.
Yeah, no, they already said that. Yeah, they're going to basically just dress rehearsals. So.
I know, right? Dress rehearsals, 17 days to go, over 2 weeks. But you know what? I'm kind of glad. Is that everybody's schedule arranged like that? There's got to be more preseason games down the road within 2 weeks after this Thursday, though.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know because I know Chanel was talking about that. It's a big of a gap, so I don't know
why they do us like this.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Emilio, it's always something. They can't ever treat us right. I mean, it's always something. And you know what's so really nice? So no, it ain't. I just realized we're going to Chicago to start the season. Every year they send us as far east as they can to open the season up. Why? Why can't they give us something in the middle? Damn.
Yeah, I don't mind. Whatever. It is what it is. You just got to go out there and bust people in the mouth. So. Whatever. It doesn't matter if they send us across the country or if it's just in the mid. Whatever. It don't matter.
You know what? The thing is, we can actually, if it's the first game of the season, it's okay. We can go spend a couple of days in Chicago. And get used to the time change. That's as long as you're at the beginning of the season, that's okay. Usually they give us 2 back-to-back East Coast games to start the season the last 3 years in a row. So,
Yeah, but like I said, just wait for the season to see what happens. You can't complain too much.
How did you pass out? And you sound like you still passed out. You had some beverage before you fell out, didn't you?
No, I just been up all day. I've been up all day running errands.
Normally, is that not what you do? Hey, man, but sometimes you work late night, don't you? Sometimes, so if you do stay up all day, it's usually your sleeping time out.
My what's that?
Yeah.
What is it? No, I'm up all night, but I don't get out work. Yeah, so it's just on my days off. I just try to rest, spend time with the family. So busy. So it's one of my days off. I just. Usually I take a nap before I go to work.
Yeah.
That's why I be up at night. But then it was just like, I was up all day or something this morning. So I was just like, gosh, just running around. I just found that dozed off waiting for my turn. And then I was like, oh, damn. I heard you talking. I was like, oh, I guess you didn't mess me up until you said, oh, I fell asleep. So I was like, okay, I guess I did fall asleep.
It was funny. But it's all right. We got you. And we heard from you. And, the thing is, it sounds like you're untrue. So I feel like I need to ask you some questions, see if I can get you to tell the truth. But Emilio, let's let you get back to sleep. And I'm going to see you on Tuesday.
All right, for sure. I'll have it. You have a good night, sir.
You too. Looking forward to it.
Right.
Good night, Emilio.
All righty.
There he goes. We heard from Emilio. Hey, Bryant, I thought about you as I was going down through through what went on yesterday in the grades, and special teams did fine.
Yeah, they did pretty good. Thanks for having me on.
Always a pleasure.
Always excited. The special teams are going to be a lot better. Last year, it wasn't that we had bad guys. It's just they got hurt. And this year, as long as they can stay healthy, and that's always the key, you can stay healthy. But the trick is when you kick the ball, like when you're punting, if you can get it to bounce like right there, and it doesn't go in the end zone, then you're a hero. But if you get it to roll into the end zone, it's not nice. You could punt the ball 70 yards and everybody will be like, wow. But once it rolls into the end zone,
it's a touchdown.
It's over. Yeah. And that's the one bad thing I think, like because you can have a really good kick, and then everybody's getting it on the 20 or the 25, just think, so it's like, but no, I'm really excited. This is going to be a good season. The sky's the limit.
And by the way, Mitch Wisnowski had a great day, and a couple of times he did, but I wonder if, because it seems Robbie's going to be doing the, as you mentioned, the punts after any scores.
The kickoff.
Yeah.
Robbie will be doing kickoff.
Yeah. Did Mitch actually say, well, I guess I need to work on some things? Because that second punt was just perfect. That was some of the things he used to do before he came to us, right? And they laid it gently down on the half-yard line. Oh, my God. That's so perfect. So, we could get more of that from him this year. Oh, God. Gonna love it.
Yeah, but, as much as I like him and everything, if he doesn't have a good year this year, they will upgrade. They're not going to keep playing around. This is too solid. And, we got to have all keys, the best pieces at every position. We can't just keep jumping around. I think right now we're really trying to push for Robbie because, he's getting older. And I think he has like 2 more years, but he lives in a hotel room. So
I know Robbie doesn't. I feel bad for him because he misses his folks, but he stays with 49ers because of more than just money reasons. I think he just really, they've talked him into it. He's become a hardcore family now.
Well, there could be worse places you're playing, So, everybody wants to have a job and make money. Niners are offering him a pretty nice contract. But, he could be in a lot worse places than, Santa Clara, California.
He could be. What Buffalo, where a kicker goes to die. Why are you going to kick the ball in that kind of weather? Well, he's lived in Chicago and became famous, so I guess the weather doesn't bother him. And remember in Green Bay, snow is it's blizzard conditions out there, and Robbie's kicking a field goal and didn't even think twice about it. We'll never find anybody as cool as Robbie Gold, though. That's the thing.
Right. It's definitely a lot of fun. And so besides Robbie Gold, I heard you talking about Trey Sermon. What's the deal with number 28? Carlos Hyde had 28. Sermon had 28. Is it a bad number for our team? Well, your running back?
It kind of shows right now. I mean, look at the 28s we've had, and I don't know if we've been happy with one yet. If I was running back, came to San Francisco, and they tried to give me a 28 jersey in the years to come, no. You're not bidding me that 28. I know about this number. Forget it. Give me 27, 28, 29, anything else, but you're not giving me 28. Yeah. It's bad luck.
Give me half of it. And then I heard you talking about Snead. Snead had that really good return on special teams. Do you think he makes the team, or you think it's going to be a little too tight for him to get in?
Winfield or
Willie Snead?
Willie Snead,
I'm sorry. He had that really nice return on.
Yeah, he did. And the other guy, 38-yard return. It's Brian, why aren't they not running Ray Ray? Kyle didn't mention it. He got Ray Ray for his ability to play wide receiver as well. Are you keeping all those wide receivers? Both of those guys, Willie and the other guy. What's his name? What's his name? The guy who had a great return. He only had one kickoff return, and he did it.
I gotta think of it. But I know with Ray, I know he did play the other game, and he was starting. But he had that fumble, so maybe Kyle's trying to keep him.
You know how Kyle feels about that.
Yeah.
Oh, he hates that. God, he hates that.
You start fumbling, you get in the doghouse real quick, and then
I hate that too. This is what you do.
You can be a really good player, but you fumble on the wrong play. Kyle's like, it's over. The divorce happened. He won't even look at you.
Yeah, because how many times have we had guys fumble on that kickoff or punt return on the inside the 10-yard line? I said, I almost want to pass out every time that happens. And we've seen that how many times? My God. If you're going to fumble, will you fumble downfield? Oh.
The fumbles usually cost us, and it usually happen on special teams, and it usually costs us,
It does. We lost the Hawks because of that, Bryant. Last year?
Yeah.
We lost the Hawks because of that. Jesus. Yep. Another one of those quirky things that happens when you play the Hawks. We fumble the ball inside the 10. All Russell Wilson has to do is walk around the corner. Oh, my God.
Hey, somebody said it earlier today, and you and me have said it. There's some kind of voodoo up there, and hopefully this year we can get rid of it because, this is just going to be a way better year. Yeah, you can feel it already. If we can get past the Hawks and the Cardinals, the Rams, we don't have to worry about the Rams, but but man, I'm excited. Hey, let me get off phone. I know a million other people want to call in. This is the best YouTube channel out there.
Shucks. Thanks, Brian.
I understand why I really do. I understand why other channels want, teams want to call in because they don't have a channel. So, with you being here at nighttime, it gives them something to call into. But no, this is a Niner channel.
And Brian, don't forget, our chat has some of the most cordial and welcoming people in all of fandom.
Well, I know you know about the channels and stuff like that. If you get up on any day, you can start watching 49ers from 8 o'clock to, sometimes 7 o'clock to, now. And you get in the chat and you start seeing people's names and you're like, okay. And then you start figuring out, oh, that's not a Niner fan. And then you go to the next chat and you see them there too. And you're like, wait, why are you going from one 49er chat to the next 49er chat? And, you're calling in and, it's like, if you have that much time, then, you should talk to other fans and build your platform and become, your own YouTube person. But no, you're in one chat and you go to the next chat, and after you can count 6 or 7 different 49er platforms that you've been on, and now it's Ronbo's time and it's at nighttime, and you are pretty much the last one of the day. And you see him here too. You get a little irritated. You're like, hey, I know you moved back to LA, but you didn't move into the Niners chat. You gotta get your own thing going on. I mean, I'm just trying to be respectful. I don't want to start.
No, it's okay. If you want to say something bad about Patrick, my homeboy, please do. But anyway, Brian, I'm gonna see you Tuesday, and let's continue right where we left off here. Okay.
Sounds good as always. Hey, thanks production and shout out MC. We'll see you guys again.
Yeah, thanks, Brian. And Holly, Lily, Tony. Y'all have a good night. Good night, Brian. And we go to 971.
For my healthy liver. Thank you for my healthy lungs. Thank you for my healthy intestines. Thank you for my strong arms, my strong legs, and my strong back. Every day, in every way, grow healthy and stronger. My body is completely healthy now. I visualize my body.
Okay.
Perfect health.
Well,
I am strong.
Let's go before he gets to some of the body parts. Okay. Hey, Tony. Bebop Jones was. They thought that might have been D Ford.
Robo?
Tony, I got to tell you, one of the reasons why I love doing this is because of the people involved that come in here, like yourself and others. It's just, you guys are so much fun. I love you all. But every now and then we get these freaks that are in another category, it's such a good time. I'm saving that one. Tony, come on here. Let's talk some real football. How you doing?
That was kind of weird there.
And then Bebop Jones comes and says, is that D Ford?
But yeah, Ronbo, on the real football tip, I saw Cincinnati. Cincinnati didn't play none of their starters, and they were beating the Giants starters. But the Giants, they said they were going to play their starters, but I didn't see a lot of those receivers. They got like 4 or 5 good receivers. They didn't play them.
And Tony, what was up with the man said they're going to start? Who's their second string quarterback for the Giants? They picked up what's his name? The famous running quarterback.
The guy that was with the Chargers.
Right.
Tyrod Taylor. Tyrod Taylor.
They said they're starting Daniel Jones because they want Tyrod to start with the starters next game. I said, what? So Daniel Jones is now officially the backup?
No, he didn't say that.
He didn't,
out there.
but he kind of, well, yeah, you're right. He didn't actually say that, but he wanted to see Tyrod with the starters. Why can't you see Tyrod with the starters in practice?
I don't know, man. Guess we're going to have to stay tuned.
Yeah, I know, right? That's...
Yeah. But Ronbo, man, I got some bad news for y'all.
Uh-oh.
Actually, it's not new. It's not something you don't already know. Ronbo, I'm telling you, this guy, I saw some more tape on him. That Abraham Lucas, that 4th-round pick for Washington State, the right tackle for Seattle, Ronbo, he's a man. He's half man, half monster. Ronbo, you got to go. When you get a chance, go to YouTube and look up Abraham Lucas highlights versus Pittsburgh. Ronbo, you're going to be horrified.
No,
man, he dogs. He doesn't dominate. He dogs defensive linemen and linebackers.
See, this is why...
He plays tipped off.
I'm not surprised, Tony. You know, this is why I don't... People are... we go run over Chicago, and look, we got game 2. We got the Hawks. That's 2 wins in a row. I said, you know what? I don't want to sound like Chicken Little, but guys, let's not count that game against the Hawks yet. I want to wait till after the game. I don't like playing the Hawks. Even if we outplay them for 4 quarters, the score could be 85-2. And God knows you can only get 2 on a safety. We'd still find a way to lose that game. And I don't know how they do it, other than the referees doing weird things or us maybe fumbling the ball inside the 10-yard line on a kickoff or something. But something always frigging happens to bless the Hawks before the game is over. Tony, this guy you're talking about doesn't make me feel any better either. Where did they find him? Did you know about him before they drafted him?
I didn't. I knew a little bit about him. I saw him at the Senior Bowl practices. But Ronbo, I didn't know he was this nasty. In the Chicago game, the second series, second or third play of the second series, he pancaked number 91 like he stole something from him.
See,
the way he did it, the aggression. I'm like, man, this Abraham Lucas right now to me is the steal of the draft. See, I know it's just preseason, but Ronbo, he man.
No, that's who he is, and that's you know what? Yeah. He's a guy that I must have seen. The referees had to calm him down. Did he like take somebody's arm and throw it off of him or something like that? I see him just take somebody on the Hawks team. The dude was trying to. I don't know what he was doing, but the guy's just throwing his arm back and looking at it. What's wrong with him? That might have been him. If he's that nasty disposition, it was probably him.
I don't know. And I will say the Seattle drafted, remember their first round pick is Charles Cross, who's a dog, at left tackle. They're starting 2 rookies at tackles. They're going to have both of those bookends for the next 7 or 8 years. This guy should have been a first round pick, this Abraham Lucas. Whoever the defensive left end is, good luck.
You know?
Just go look at the film, man.
No, Tony, I think I'm not going to do it because it's just going to make me worry. You know, our offensive line is not looking like the best it's ever looked either, and that's why if we don't put on it, Pete Carroll's going to exploit us in a way that he always likes to do. It'll be a tight game, even though a lot of us believe we're just going to run a romp shot. It's not going to happen. It's going to be a tight four-quarter football game. Damn it. God. Anyway.
Oh, I don't know about that, Ron, but their quarterback situation is hurting. They should cut Geno Smith.
They can run the ball. They'll do that. You know, he likes to run the ball anyway, and they got a couple of good running backs. It'll set up easy passing plays. That's what Pete Carroll does. It's like Pete Carroll says. They interview him. Pete, so what's going to be your approach to this game? Run the ball and play defense. He never mentions his passing game, but Russell Wilson was the passing game. And then he gets guys like DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett that make these miracle catches all game long. Now, you're right. He doesn't have a miracle throwing quarterback now in Geno Smith because I think Russ used to close his eyes and just throw that ball up in the air. Russell Wilson had the most beautiful moonshotting, high-arcing pass that would travel a full length of the field and fall right over the shoulder of either Lockett or Metcalf the last 2 years. Both of them picked up 1,000 yards apiece, and they were both voted as the best wide receiver duo in the league. And I says, this is the thing that bugs me, and I don't know why that. Russell Wilson threw that ball up, and I went to my kitchen and got a drink and came back, and that ball was still coming down from the peak of its toss, and I don't understand why that can be picked off. I was always mad, and they beat us, and I'm just Jesus Christ, what does it take to beat this team? They didn't do anything special this game, and they beat us, and it was not even counted. I'd lose my mind, and then here they come in the chat.
You're in the twilight zone.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. Your running backs though, you got the Tyron Davis-Price and Elijah Mitchell. Remember, that's the Louisiana connection.
Yeah.
One went to LA, one went to Louisiana Lafayette.
Those Southern boys. No wonder they run like they do. Because y'all got to think about SEC boys now. Any player from below the Mason-Dixon line is my ball player. I should have known.
They probably knew each other in high school.
Mason is just that thing I saw him do yesterday. The camera got a clear shot. We've not had a running back with that kind of attitude when he runs a long time. Now, most we've had finesse running backs. So I was delighted. A tough guy.
And Drake Jackson, I love his bend, Ronbo, on his pass rush.
Yep.
I haven't seen that from him.
He's athletic. I mean, really athletic. Even Nick wants to be like him. I said, Nick's not only laying praises on him, but he says, I've been working at trying to do that, but I can't do that. It's really all right.
Well, we play tomorrow night, Monday Night Football.
Yes, you do, don't you?
Yeah.
All right. Something to watch tomorrow night.
I was telling these guys in the chat this morning on AFN, we got this. I said, you guys are underestimating the Jets. And I started naming their lineup. They're the Jets. I'm like, okay, if we lose, don't be surprised. I don't think we're going to lose, but, the Jets got some players. They just signed Dwayne Brown, who used to be with Seattle.
Yep.
At tackle because out.
Yep.
So they got Dwayne Brown and they got George Trent, who were both the bookends for Seattle back 3-4 years ago. So now they're bookends for the Jets.
You can't, Tony. There's no team to be taken for granted. I never walk into a game anymore. I haven't done that in a couple of years now. Don't be thinking you're gonna go in there and run over nobody. It's not gonna,
Exactly.
That's how you get your feelings hurt.
Solomon Thomas, like you were saying earlier, he's backing up Quentin Williams.
Yeah.
You'll see him tomorrow night too with the Jets.
And disrespect makes a ball player reach down deep to play harder. Because there's people saying things about the Hawks, the Jets, any other team that looks like they're down and out. They come in, they play like they've lost their mind, and that helps.
Jets got some players. I think Carolina's going to have a long year. They got a defense. I don't think they're offense. I just don't.
They got Baker Mayfield. Tony, we got to go, though. I'll see you tomorrow. Hey, I'll see you Tuesday. I'll be watching the game tomorrow, too, so we can talk about that when we see you Tuesday.
All I know is that Abraham Lucas, that monster, half monster.
Johnny, don't bring his name. Oh, my God, it's already worrying.
He knocks the block off of any Ram defensive lineman that gets in his way. Knocks their mouthpiece out their mouth.
Now I'm going to go look at him. I want to see just exactly what bad this is. All right, Tony, I'll see you Tuesday.
And then let me know what you see the next time we talk on Tuesday night.
I'm going to definitely do that. All right, Tony.
I'll see you.
Looking forward to it. Have a great night. Abraham Lucas. Okay, you know what? It's too soon to be concerned, right? Let's just stay relaxed. As long as I can stay, we got 17, 8. There's up to 20-something days. Shit, there's more than that, isn't there? 17 days till first Sunday we play. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 days before I need to worry about Abraham Lucas. Who knows? He might say, this game is way too violent for me, and I don't think I really care to continue, so I'm going to quit. There he is. I was wondering where that guy with his couples and everything. Fam, I'll see you Tuesday and Wednesday, and Thursday. Let's just go ahead and get married. Have a great night, fam. Hey, thanks for the contributions, fam. Really do appreciate that. And don't forget to subscribe before you leave. And like, please. I love those. Have a great night, fam. Niner! Wait, did I say Amaya? Happy birthday.